to be joining me. We're on part 2 of my birthday extravaganza. You know what? I'm going to eat that hot dog. Half of it. All right. So we'll have some people join us in a few minutes, hopefully. We've been live for 28 seconds, so people will be joining us shortly. I'm going to have half a hot dog. Hey, look, we're all here. Hi, Patrick, Wendy, Bob, Jacob, all these people that came back. You guys are the best, I swear. It's amazing. There's some more people joining us, and we're going to pick up where we left off. Thank you for saying happy birthday to me, you guys. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I have the sauce from you, Stephen, for sure. Maybe we'll do a review of one of your sauces, one of the new ones. You want to do that? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea, actually. We'll do that. It's a great idea. Let me look at what I got. There it is. Sorry. I know they're here somewhere. I'm moving because Stephen asked why I'm moving. David Foy is my partner in our sauce company. We get a lot done. We work like nonstop. But when I'm with David, we get a lot more work done. It's like putting our business in a microwave oven versus a crock pot. So hang on with me, guys. Chili Mama Bird's here. Very cool. These are signed by Stephen too, which is great. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to review. I have 11 bottles of sauce from him. Oh, man. I'm making a mess, you guys. We didn't figure I opened it the wrong way. No, I got it. I'm going to need tape later. This is going to be a nightmare. Hang tight. Sorry, guys. Wasp thing, got a bunch of great ones here. Stephen, what would you like to see me review first? What do you want to see me review? Because I'll let you choose that. Maruga Mia. Hi there. So glad you're watching. What's the hottest thing I've eaten today? This. That was a BOC, a Boot Orange Copenhagen. Got great flavor. It's fruity, hot as can be. So very, very tasty. So that's the hottest thing I've eaten today so far. Wasp sting. You got it. I will review that next. Banana coconut vanilla bourbon. Yeah, Porterhouse, did you get your tooth taken out? What's more epic than getting a tooth yanked with no Novocaine and coming back to the show? What? So, Steven, I know that you said it's what did Steven say? Oh, the Novocaine is starting to wear off. I'm so glad you had some Novocaine. I thought you weren't getting any. So, the flavor profile on this Wasp Sting is banana coconut vanilla bourbon. I'm not sure what other ingredients are in there, but we're gonna take a shot at this right now. All right. I'm going to wait just a couple minutes because my mouth is still on fire from that BOC. I want to make sure I taste the sauce for what it is. So I'm going to wait a couple minutes. So you had a tooth pulled. I got to tell you something funny. I'm scared to death. You know, remember I told you earlier about the last time I got surgery? I told the guy I wanted to be under so deep that I didn't want to wake up here knowing what music was played. I'm scared of getting teeth. Like, I'm really scared of my teeth. My dad told me a story when I was little. He was getting Papa Scoville was getting a tooth removed. Now, when they knock you out to remove a tooth, they don't knock you out for 10 minutes and yank the tooth out in 2 seconds. They knock you out for 5 seconds and they pull that tooth out in 2 seconds. And you come to immediately. You're not out long. They give you just enough to do their job and they'll wake you up. Well, they were extracting a tooth from my father, and in the process, they grabbed it with a whatever instrument, and the tooth broke. He woke up in the middle of the surgery. They were trying to fix it. They were trying to and he woke up in the middle of that. That was something that really was a powerful moment for him. And when he shared that with me, I was just like, that became something that I didn't ever want to deal with. So when the doctor says, "What kind of music you like?" I'm like, man, if I can tell you when I'm awake what music you played, we're gonna go around in the waiting room. I'm scared of that. So I'm just the whole idea. I can't believe he had a tooth taken out. I told you guys the story. We got 12 hours ahead of us. I'll probably tell this story when I had my wisdom teeth taken out. I'll tell you that story right now while this heat is calming down, and then I'll try that sauce. I was living in Rockford, Illinois. I was getting my teeth taken out. The guy who was the dentist I went to, there were two people that are partners. Dr. Wrenchler, like you're wrenching something, and Dr. Wunderlich. I swear to you. Almost like the doctor is on your shoulder. Wunderlich here was the nicest guy in the whole world, and Wrenchler here, you just want to go after you with a pliers. So I went in there to get my teeth taken out. And they knocked me out, and I came to. And when I came to, the first thing the nurse says is, "We gave you some Valium in your thing, so you'll have a sense of well-being when you're coming to." So I felt fine. So they said, "Go home, and whatever you do, don't smoke." And I don't smoke, and they don't drink out of a straw. I'm like an idiot. I stopped on McDonald's on the way home, and I just got something to drink, and I didn't suck on the straw hard. But apparently, what happens is when you have your molars taken out, there's a big hole, a gaping hole where that tooth used to be. It doesn't just close up all right away. It's been there forever. Big hole, and the nerve is hanging out there, and air touches it, you just want to kill yourself. So, and when you suck on something, the suction pulls the gauze out and allows air to space to get in there, and that is something that they call dry socket. Dry socket is the kind of thing, I promise you, somebody here, there's 77 of us watching, 10 of you have had dry socket before. There's no medicine that's going to fix dry socket. I don't care what they give you. It doesn't take the pain away. It's there. So he said, don't do anything. So I went home, and I didn't know. Everything was fine. They said, take, it was Vicodin. Take 1 to 2 Vicodin every 4 hours for pain. So I took 2. And I was sitting around on the couch. I was watching. I'll never forget this. I was watching this show about the Wild Kingdom, like Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom. And Jim is like hanging out of this. There's a helicopter. They're flying out. They're chasing this like elephant or no, it was a bear. I think it was a bear. It was a bear. They're chasing a bear in the woods. Like they're harassing this bear. It's like, leave the bear alone. It's in the woods. Like you should be like on your own porch somewhere. Why are you harassing this bear? But Jim is like got harnessed. He's got this rifle. And he's hanging out of this thing. So they're flying over this bear who's running for his life, right? He's never been chased by a helicopter. So he shoots this bear. Shoots the bear. So they say they land and they're going to watch the bear until it goes out. So the bear is unconscious. They walk up to it. And first thing they do is they open its mouth. I swear to God, I'm telling you the true story. Oh, Stephen had it. It's suicide. I swear. I guarantee you, people have put a gun in their mouth to make dry socket go away. So I'm watching them. They go up to this bear, this big brown bear. It's in Alaska. And they open its mouth and they say, "Oh, she's got overcrowding." So they didn't give this bear any Novocaine, nothing. They just got these pliers and they reached into this thing's mouth and they start yanking teeth out. They must have pulled out like 10 teeth because she had overcrowding. I'm like, dude, like how many bears' mouths have you looked into? Whatever. You just want to mess with that bear. So then they take the bear's lip and they pull it back and they tattoo a number on this bear's lip. Then they put this big collar on him. I don't mean like a little collar. I mean like a big collar, like a belt, like a weightlifter's belt around this thing's neck with a tracking device on it. And then they get into the helicopter and they take off. Like no big deal. They just go back home. And man, that bear had to wake up. I remember going to sleep. I started to fall asleep looking at that. It was awful. I woke up and it started to hurt. It started to hurt on the point of my ear, and it went all the way down my chin, all the way across my chin to my other ear. And it was the kind of pain that I can't even describe to you. So I was married to my kid's mom. I said, "You got to take me back to the doctor like now." She's like, "What do you mean?" I'm like, "I have dry socket. I'm going to kill myself. You have to go now." So we drove there. I call the guy. He tells me he's, I call the guy. I said, "Look, I got dry socket. I'm going to kill myself. I can't do this." He's like, "Well, I'm leaving for the weekend." I'm like, "No, you're not." I said, "I'll be in your office in 2 seconds." I drove like 100 miles an hour to his office. I got there, and what he did, I go sit in his chair, and I'm gripping the chair like grim death. It hurt so. I was in so much pain, like tears like squirting out of my eyes. It hurt so much. So I'm sitting here in pain, and he takes this tweezers. And he's got this little strip of gauze. He takes the gauze, he soaks it in clove oil. That's what he told me, clove oil. He stuck that in the hole. And the minute he did, I was like, "Oh, I'm okay. I'm fine." Man, so he put it in both holes, repacked them and he said, "Don't drink out of the straw." I'm like, cheers. That ain't going to happen. I won't do it, I promise. So that's my story. I get over it. It's fine. About a month later, my kid's mom needs to get her teeth out. This is a true story. This is hilarious. She'd back me up, and she'd hate to have to back up a story of mine, but she would. So she goes to get her teeth taken out. And I go down with her, and they say, we can only take out half at a time for some reason. So she's like stoic, tough as nails. You don't believe the mess I just created on the floor here. Anyway, so she's tough and she's acting all tough. And she literally said to me, I don't know what you were crying about with this dry socket. It's not so bad. I'm like, oh, you're just tough. And that's why women give birth and men don't, right? So I go to work and it's really weird. I worked here. She worked here. Right about here was like really close was where the doctor was. So I'm at work one day and the phone rings and all I hear I'm like, who is this? I thought, I mean, you could tell something terrible is going on. So she's crying. I didn't even know who she was. I didn't know who it was. I'm like, what is it? She goes, it's me. I was like, what's wrong with you? Hey, Johnny, and she starts crying. I'm like, well, go to the doctor right now. You're like 2 blocks away. Go to the doctor. He'll pack some gauze in it. I swear to God, it fixes it instantly. She said, he won't. He says he's leaving the office. So I called him. So no, I said to her, this is funny. I said to her, drive there. Just get in your car and drive there right now. I had to go all the way across town. I beat her to his office. So I get in, I park the car and I run into the office. I run to the top and I see Rentschler in the office. He's the one who worked on her. So he looks at me and I walk right to the counter. There's that little gate that goes over so you can't walk back there. So I'm standing there. He's standing on the other side. I said, listen, my wife's coming in here right now. She's got dry socket. You said you weren't going to help her. He's like the Hippocratic oath you take to make sure people aren't in pain. I said, maybe it's been too long since you've had tooth pain, but you're going to treat her like your daughter when she comes in here. And if you don't, you're going to be needing the oral surgeon. I swear to God. Are we clear? So he just looked at me and he's like freaking out. So I sit down. I'm trying to be really calm. So I sit down and I'm waiting for her to get in there. So she comes in. She gets in the office and they take her back immediately. And this guy was a jerk from Jump Street. He had the bedside manner of Attila the Hun, you know. He wasn't a nice guy. He was super nice to her. Takes her back there, fixes her. So we leave. We're driving home. She's like, what did you say to him? I was like, nothing. Just told him he was going to help you. See, I said, he fixed her, right? You feel fine. He goes, he was super nice. It doesn't hurt at all. I'm like, whatever you did, don't suck. You know, don't you drink a straw. Don't let that happen again. So it didn't happen again, but she only had half of it done. So like 2 weeks later, she wanted to get the other teeth done. So she calls him on the phone and says, I need to get the other side of my teeth taken out. So they said, you have to go somewhere else. She goes, how come? She said, your husband scares us. So they wouldn't operate on her. She had to literally go somewhere else for the second one. But dry socket is the worst pain ever. I swear to God, it's the most painful thing in the world. All right, guys, so we're going to try this now. I don't remember what's in this. Steven, do me a favor. Tell me what's in this again. You said banana, vanilla, bourbon. What did you say was in this? Hang on. Let me go look for it. Steven, I can't find that. Oh, banana base. Here we go. Banana base, coconut, vanilla, bourbon. All right. Beautiful color on the sauce. Thank you, Melody. You can you can smell the banana. It's funny. And you can smell the vanilla. The aroma. All I'm really getting is the vanilla and the banana, but it's really kind of a nice little blend of both. It has a soft aroma. If that makes sense. Let's give this a shot. Here's the pour, family. I'm not tainting my sauce. Boy, there's like a dozen great desserts. This would be a monster. What an interesting, it tastes like it smells. You really get that mixture of vanilla and the banana. What an interesting flavor. Vanilla and banana are great together. And the bourbon almost has a caramely kind of a thing going on. So you put all those together. What's the heat source? Steven, can you tell me the pepper that's used in this? It's relatively mild. Of course, I just ate a hot pepper. But heat on this, you know, Mm. Guys, smell that. Put on the smell-o-vision. Smell the vanilla. You get the banana. My hands are shaking. Boy, guys, my hands are shaking. You smell that? Banana, vanilla. You can almost get the caramel of the like the bourbon kind of thing going on there. I like it. Heat on it, it's kind of mellow. For me, it would be like it moves my needles like a one. Melody, thank you. For somebody who's not a chili head, um, it might be like a four. Very, very nice. But I'm sure that, like there's some cheesecakes that this would be so good on. Be a great dessert sauce. Flavorful. So, Steven, let me ask you a question. Have you actually released this yet? Yellow Reaper and Yellow Ghost. Um, is it a medium heat sauce? Is that your idea of it? Because I'm thinking it's going to be like for a non-chili, like people that are actively eating hot stuff are going to find this to be like a four. Non-chili, I'd probably a five. It's kind of where I'm thinking it's going to hit. Super flavorful though. The banana is great. Banana is a hard ingredient to really get the flavor to come through on. It is. I bet you had to work the recipe a lot of times to get it right. The coconut, I really can't pick up the coconut so much. I don't think. Maybe I can. Sometimes you got to look for the ingredient to taste it. I find that when there's an ingredient that I can't taste, obviously it would be a different sauce if you removed it. It's a sign of a complex sauce a lot of times. If you look for the coconut, you can taste it for sure. But the more dominant flavors to me are the vanilla and the coconut. The vanilla and the banana over the very, very nice sauce though. Looking forward to seeing what kind of label you got on it because obviously right now this is just an experimental sauce or what's the deal on this, Steve? It's about the goblins. It's about like the okay. So similar to the goblin, it's now released. Okay, so you have the labels already done. Okay, guys, this is a beautiful sauce. So here's what we're gonna do. You need to check out if you haven't seen some of the other sauces that he's got. This is got a couple of wasp stings there. Hang on a minute. This is his Goblin's Elixir. And this is his Dragon's Mustard. Love the label on this. Isn't that cool? It's really weird. You guys have to understand how important labels are. There's a couple hobbyists in the industry right now that are climbing the ranks and really make great sauces. But if you have a label that looks like you made it on a printer at home, it's going to hurt you. It really is. People are not going to buy a sauce because of a label, but they'll avoid buying a sauce because of a label. I've noticed that. But Sandy Gross, oh bless you, Sandy. Thank you. God bless you. I'm telling you. The Ike drone, shut up, Ike. Ike's a great guy, you guys. Ike's a dude, a sauce guy, really prominent in the community in Houston. He and I were like, we've been friends for years on social media. He's just a very colorful, great guy with a great sense of humor and a good personality. And we kept missing each other, kept dodging each other. Finally, we connected. Was that what was that? That wasn't this the last Zest Fest. It was the one before that, right? I don't know. You're just a great dude, Ike. Honestly, it's funny. Yeah, I'm glad our paths crossed. Porterhouse, how you feeling, dude? So which side was it on, man? Oh, you know what I was going to show you? Let me show you this. This is kind of cool. I told you guys about these. So this company called Skull Shaver, they make this. The Pitbull Platinum. All right, they look sort of the same. They have a similar kind of structure. This has five, one on the edges and one here, and this one has four. This one's like $250. This one's like like 90 or $100, but this is 250. This one sounds like it's got a much stronger engine compared to this one. This one's a little bit more mellow. But what you do is you go like this. You slide your hand in like that, and you just do this. Because I'm already getting like the 5 o'clock shadow. So that's my deal. So this is the company that went after me first. And I did a video. If you didn't see it, I actually did a video in the shower. It's pretty weird. That was a weird video. I shot the video. I sent it to Bree. I'm like, you got to watch this. I don't think I should send it. I think I should upload it. She's like, upload it. Do it. So I did it. But the thing, it really does. Listen, I'll tell you something. It's really bizarre. It does. Listen, here's the truth of it. There's no such thing as an electric razor that's going to shave you as close to the blade. It just isn't. This is about as good as it gets. All right, David, giveaway time. Answer this question with a random number 1 to 100. What movie line from Ain't That a Geographical Oddity? 3 weeks from everywhere. What movie and a random number? So hold on. You want me to pick a random number? Is that the deal, David? Or did you already pick the random number? I'm not sure what's going on. I know the answer to both. Oh, listen, don't worry about that. I'm not everybody's flavor. People can give me a thumbs down. Here's the truth of it. Thumbs down, thumbs up, doesn't much matter as long as the thumbs are happening. That's the truth of it. What movie and a random number? Hang on a second. I'm calling you, David. Hang on a second, guys. Gonna have a quick powwow with my man, my dude. We'll be off in just a minute, honest. We'll have this sorted out. Hey, dude. So listen, I get the question. I already know the movie that you're talking about. People have already commented on it. So how do we do the number? Are you saying that I pick a number and they have to see? Right? All right. Good idea. Okay, I got a piece of paper right now. I'm gonna write a number on there. Random. Well, hold on a sec. People have already started. So I got to do a fresh one maybe because people have already started, and it's kind of crazy if you write a number in after they've started guessing. So I think what we'll do is let's come up with another. Yep. Okay, so he's got the number. I'm going to write it down. All right, you're the man. Hey, thank you, dude. All right, bye. All right, so I've got a number in my head that David gave me. All right, so. All right, so I've got a number written down. The movie is, a lot of you guys know the movie because you guys have already said it. I'm looking for the number. Nobody's hit it yet, you guys. We'll say this. It's a number 1 through 100. Okay, we know that already. It's 1 through 100. Nobody's guessed it yet. We already got the movie, so everybody knows that. The movie is Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? And I'm looking for a number. So all I'm needing is a number right now. And David's going to, I don't know what the giveaway is, but David's going to tell you in a minute. No, we're still looking for the right number. Look at all these numbers going. Everybody's starting to figure it out. They're like, okay, nobody's hit it yet. Not yet. David's looking for it too. Not yet. Nope. Bingo. Stephen Ferrazzo. 72 is the number. There it is right there, 72. So Stephen Ferrazzo won the contest, the giveaway. So David, tell him what he's won. We got it ready, guys. Thanks for guessing. Thank you for guessing. I love you. Thank you for guessing. We got it. So Stephen Ferrazzo won. We're good. Nobody needs to guess anymore for this one. All right, we'll do another one in a minute. David, you're watching. What is the, I know, Andrew, you were close. You said 71. I almost said we were close, but the second I was going to say that, Stephen threw in the 72. So, Johnny's choice. Okay, so here's what we'll do. we're gonna send you a T-shirt, a Chase the Heat T-shirt. How about that? So do me a favor, Stephen Ferrazzo. What I need you to do is email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com. I need your shirt size and address. All right? It's a cool shirt, by the way. I kind of like this. You know what's really weird? I wear this around all the time because I got a bunch of them, you know. And I used to. You guys don't know this. Before, I used to. I had a day job. I worked every day, so I would sit down and I would film only on one day, on Friday or Friday, Saturday. Film like on 2 days. I would sit down and have like 5 shirts folded sitting here and 5 bottles of sauce. I would put a shirt on, do a review. Take the shirt off, put a different shirt on, do another review. I would do that like one day. Well, now that I do just make one a day. Now I make them daily because I don't have a day job anymore, and now I just make them daily. It's kind of more fun that way. But I wear these all the time, and only once has someone ever walked up to me and looked at the shirt, and they didn't even say anything. They looked at the shirt, and they looked at me, and they looked at the shirt, and they looked at me again. I just smiled, and they didn't say anything. They just walked away. So there we go. I think we should let's do it. You want to do another giveaway, David? Let's do this. We are open. Don't forget, we are open right now for the next sauce. We have Hotheads Official. We've got Spice Pepper Enterprises. We've got Half's Hot Sauce, and we still have one from High Desert. Is it one from High Desert? Yeah. So, guys, we still have some available. So let's go. Let's do it. It's going to be $20 per raffle ticket. All right, you guys? The spoons are really cool, Porterhouse. They really, the funny thing is, it's amazing what a game changer the spoon really is. People say it, but until you actually try it side by side, you will not believe how badly. It'll almost make you angry. It'll almost make you angry with this, like, I can't believe that we've been eating with stainless steel for this long. Once you realize it, you know what, David? We need to. I'll talk about this later. I'm going to text you right now, real quick. I had a good idea. Brainstorm. I forgot to tell you. Give it 1 second. This will be really quick. I just sent you a text message, David. I want to know what your thoughts are. I think that's a great idea. Of course, maybe it's not. But man, when you start thinking about how, man, since you're this big, they stick a metal spoon in your hand and you start eating stuff, and you don't realize it. I feel like such a dummy for 3 years. Every time I would do a sauce review, I would smell the sauce, tell you what it smelled like. I'd pour it on the spoon and tell you what it smelled like because it always smelled different. It doesn't smell different anymore. I thought it was oxidation, moving it around. I didn't know what it was, but like a dummy, I never once thought, I bet it's the metal. Like, whoever thought metal would affect your food? You have no idea. Try it with ice cream. You won't believe you don't think it does until you try it without a spoonful without it being tainted. You won't believe the difference. You won't. Anyway, you guys, smash that like button. You got nothing to lose. I don't even care if you smash the dislike button. I got thick skin. I got YouTube thick skin. Believe it. Like that guy that writes every week and says, hey, listen, I'm waiting for this guy, Johnny Scoble, to die. It doesn't even bother me. I swear to God it doesn't. All right, so, gotta take it off you know what? Hey, Dave, remember you sent me a bunch of spoons a while back? I thought I got rid of all of them. I found like 5 when I was cleaning to move out of here. So I have 5 spoons. Or do I? No, I have 4 spoons. Oh, wait, do I have 5? No, I have 4. I thought I had 5. I have 4 Chase the Heat spoons. 4 of them. We need to think about how we need to do this. I kind of want to send one to a different country, pick somebody who doesn't have one. Who would say that, right? Steve, Heathen Hawk wants half sauce. I got to tell you something, you guys. This right here, a monster of a sauce. It's his pineapple. There are several that he has that are just really, really neat sauces. This is I like the new label for Hot Tropic, by the way. Very cool label. I like that skull. I'm kind of into skulls, you guys. Do you guys like skulls? It's kind of a weird thing to say. Isn't that weird? This is a 3D printed skull. This is what your head looks like on the inside. And the weird thing is, if you look at this, this is kind of like really close to my head size. This is probably what my dome looks like if you peeled everything off. Kind of weird, isn't it? Anyway, I should raffle this off. This has been in my place for a long time. This would be something cool to raffle off. Anybody into skulls? There's more time for that. But anyway, going back to what I was saying, these things really work well. Here's the problem. This one actually, believe it or not, I think shaves a little bit closer than the more expensive one. This battery I've charged twice. I've been using it for 2.5 months. I charged it twice. I kid you not. The battery on this is absurd. Whatever, all the phone companies need to talk to these people about batteries because these guys got it figured out. This one shaves you a little closer, but the battery is weak. It's really good for like, it works well for like the first 5 minutes. You got to, every other day, you got to, if you're using this, every 2 days, you got to charge it. But it's still pretty amazing. Right? Did I kill one of the Blue Man group? You know, you guys ever see a 3D printer work? This is one of the coolest things about us. We have skulls and skeleton sides. We do. We're all bag of bones, man. Pretty cool, though. That's like what we look like in there. It's like, look at that, kind of creepy looking. Ooh. Of course we ship to Australia. We ship anywhere on the planet. You got a legit address, we'll ship it. It's kind of a drag with shipping costs get expensive, but we'll ship it anywhere. What's up with the flag behind me? It's Australia. My heart is. My butt will be in North Carolina. My head will be there, but my heart won't be. Is Heartbreaking Dawn's not making sauces anymore? I don't know. It's a good question. I'm not sure. I've had some of their sauces, though. They're good sauces. Relentless Resentment. Been cool hanging out with everybody. Gotta hit the hay. Listen, no big deal. Relentless Resentment. We appreciate you spent a lot of time with us today. Thank you. Honestly. There's a million things you could have done today, and you spent it with me on my birthday. I won't forget that. Thank you. Appreciate it. Travis, good to see you. I haven't been able to enjoy a session in a long time. I made it for your birthday. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for saying that. I try not to disappoint. Killer Kiwis are great sauce, too. I have a bottle of that somewhere. Nope, that's not it. Now we're just getting ready to move, so I have sauce everywhere. It's ridiculous. Hey, Mickey, if you don't like it, you don't have to watch. It's not spammed if it's my people. Hope you get that. It's probably not a good idea to say something like that because I'm up for 12 hours now. So something like that's you think that's annoying to you? You can't know how that is annoying to me. The reason they're doing that is how people are taking part in the raffles and taking part in this. So I hope you get that. How about that, you guys? I'm trying to be nice. Really am. Honest to God, I am. A stone spoon. It's interesting. I think a stone spoon is still going to impart a flavor. The only spoons that will not are spoons made out of mother of pearl or bone. Bone will not impart a flavor. So that's kind of a cool thing, too. But I'd much rather put a mollusk shell in my mouth than a bone of something. It's just me. Hey, Letitia, how are you? Good to see you. I was wondering if you were here earlier. I was going to say hi, but glad you've joined us. Keep it up. Your tolerance is going crazy. I love it. Yes, he will be. Roland Arthur. That is a cool thing. I've done some shorter ones. I did a 12-hour time stream, and a smaller group of people. Here's the funny thing: when we do a 24-hour one, it's honestly, it's almost like 3 8-hour live streams because we do the first one, like the first 10 hours, and most people are America, you know. But starting about now until about the middle of the morning, people in Europe are going to start joining in all over the country, and then the world. Then what's going to happen is people in Australia and New Zealand. It's early there still. What time is it? Let's see. Kind of living on Australia time. So right now it's like noon. It is, yeah, almost noon in Australia. So it does. It gives everybody a chance to kind of meet people. It's pretty cool. Thank you, Travis. You're a good dude. I appreciate you saying that. Let's see. Reaper, Subconscious Guide. Happy birthday, Johnny. Wish you could be there all day, but life got in the way. I know that. I appreciate it. But thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it. I won't forget this, you guys. You ever wonder, like, what'd you do on your 20th birthday? I won't forget what I did on this birthday. I promise you that. What do I think is hotter, a chocolate bula or a Carolina Reaper? I have had chocolate bulas that have been hotter than other Carolina Reapers that I've had. I've had Carolina Reapers that have been hotter than some chocolate bulas that I've had. I think they're kind of on par with each other. I think overall, here's the weird thing. If you get two peppers and they're both around 1 million Scoville heat units, and one is a red pod, one is a chocolate pod, that chocolate pod is going to burn you worse. I promise you. There's something about the burn of a chocolate pod. I don't know if the capsaicin oils are different, but to me, even if you have two pods the same heat level, a chocolate pod is going to do more damage to you. So I kind of, if I had to pick one over the other, if one being hotter, I think the chocolate bula is probably going to be a hotter pod. But that's just me. Spicy salad dressing. What I do, Josh, with spicy salad dressings is I take, looking around for a half-empty bottle. When I get a bottle of sauce and it's towards the end, it's almost empty, there's this much left, and you don't really have enough for a full meal. I did this with Penango. It was really good with Penango. Throw a little bit of, excuse me, throw a little bit of balsamic vinegar, just a little bit mix it up. I haven't bought a salad dressing. I haven't used a salad dressing in so long. I just make my own. There are some companies that make salad dressings. Burns and McCoy makes a few. But I find making my own is the way to go. That's just me. Brian Godwin, never been a fan of live streams till he found your channel. You rock out with your socks out. You got that right. Not a sock guy. I'm a sandals guy, man. You should see my tan line. It's great. David's got a great sandal tan line. It's awesome. Okay. When in life did you know you could handle so much heat? I don't know. I always know I liked it more than most, you know, and I always seemed like I could tolerate more than most. So that's probably what it is. Happy birthday, Dragonfire Chili from New Zealand. I reviewed the yellow one on my channel. It was the hottest sauce I reviewed. Man, Dragonfire Chili's great sauce. Great company. Clint's a good dude. Let's see here. Remember how Aussies say it? Which one? What word are you talking about? She likes making fun of the way I say things. I try to sound like an Aussie, and I sound funny. They all make fun of me. Tell me what word to say. I'll give it a shot. Like in America, we say burger. A burger. It's a burger. A burger. You don't say burger. It's a burger. Kind of funny. Was the plutonium really that bad? Yeah, the plutonium was really that bad. I've done it 3 times. The last time it was nothing. The last time, man, my tolerance was so high, it was ridiculous. The first time, I probably did it prematurely. I don't think my tolerance was ready to do that. I was writing a check my stomach couldn't cash. So the first one hurt a lot. The second one hurt a lot. We call them, thongs. Yeah, they don't call them flip-flops, sandals. They call them thongs. Yeah. I thought you were picking on my pronunciation of something. Chocolate Bula flakes are hot. Really hot. One of the worst videos I did was I ate 73 grams of dried chocolate Bula flakes. It's the equivalent of like 1.3 pounds. It's crazy. Super hot. Yeah, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, Miki, or whatever your name was earlier. My mods don't ever do things wrong. And if something is ever brought up, if you ever think there's going to be a time where I'm going to side with anybody other than my mods, that just isn't going to happen. So, what do they call thongs? They call these thongs. Here we call these flip-flops or sandals. They call them thongs. In America, a thong, we know a thong is something different. A thong in America is like a G-string or, one of those. Anyhow, they call them thongs. Legend. Ooh. Thank you for saying that. That was a really hard one. I would. That was. What's happened? That was the first time I ever really got capsaicin coming out of my tear ducts. That was really bad. Pluggers. Yeah, thongs are pluggers. All right. So you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna do another movie trivia question. Let's do that. That's a good idea. I'm gonna think of the movie. Oh, I got a great one, and nobody will get it. Nobody will get this. I bet. I know one of you will get it. Okay, there's 114 of us on right now, so I'm picking a number between 1 and 115, okay? So I want you guys to pick a number from 1 to 115, and here's the trivia question. It's a movie quote. Tell me what movie. You don't need to tell me who said it, but just tell me what movie. What if it's too vague? No, it's such a classic. What about us? What about us? Bree, do you think that's too vague? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, we'll go with that. What about us? That's the line. Okay, so nobody's got the number yet. No one's got the line. I think you're going to have a lot easier time picking the number than you do the line. That's all there is to it. Picking the movie, I mean. You know the one I'm talking about, right? Bree? Nope. Hey, thank you, Lawn Dog. You're awesome. Nope. Not too vague. Thank you, Bree. All right, so we're good. Hold on a second. I think I saw the number. Nobody's got it yet. I just sent you the number, Bree. If you can look up and see if somebody said it earlier, I think somebody may have said it. It's going so fast, you guys. It's a classic movie. Let's give you that. It's a classic. That's fair enough to do that. We'll give you a hit. I don't think I'm not sure the Goonies would be a classic, but 72.1. I love it. Boy, they're going so fast. I don't know if this is even going to be feasible to do. Bree, have we seen the number yet? No. I'm telling you, no one's going to get the movie. That's going to be the problem. Good guess with Rosebud, but no. Not good guess with Gone with the Wind, but no. No one's got the number yet. Okay, cool. Thank you, Bree. No one's got the number yet. But the movie is going to be the problem. Wow! Holy moly. Do you see what I see, Bree? Do we say who got it right? and then they got to come up with the right number. I mean, how does this work? Because somebody got the right movie. I'm not sure how to do this. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to get him for giving the right movie. Who said Casablanca? Who said Casablanca? It just happened. Who said, somebody said Casablanca, but somebody said it first. We have to go back and see who said it first. Bree, help me out with that. There it is, Cold-Blooded King. Oh, no, wait. Hold on a minute. No, Glenn said it before Cold-Blooded King. Oh, and they were side by side. That's got to hurt. That's going to leave a mark. I think Glenn got it. If you could double check with me and make sure that I'm right, but I think Glenn won this one. If I'm not going to do the number. He already got the movie. What's the point with the number? You got the movie. That was a hard one. So that's what we're going to do. Glenn, do me a favor. Email me at, because here's the thing. If somebody else gets the number, but he got the movie, so we split it? No, he got it. He won this. That's how we're going to do it from now on. Sorry. It is Casablanca. And Ingrid Bergman said it to Humphrey Bogart on the runway right before the end. Oh, one of the great movie lines ever delivered, ever. The way she looks at it says, but what about us? Wow. What a movie. So Glenn did win this. So Glenn, email me at chasetheheat@gmail.com. Oh, wait, hang on. Cold-Blooded King did get it, but I thought that Glenn got it before Cold-Blooded King. If you scroll up, it looks like here. Casablanca. Cold-Blooded King says it here, but above that, it is said by Cold-Blooded King, but right before Cold-Blooded King, Glenn says it. And nobody said it before Glenn. So although Cold-Blooded King did say it, Glenn unfortunately snuck that thing in there 1 second before he did it. Nobody said it before Glenn. So Glenn did take it. So that's a tough one, but that's the way it works. So Glenn, you got it. Do me a favor, Glenn. Go to chasetheheat@gmail.com and give me your mailing address. And what am I going to send you this time? I'm going to send you a tube of terror. How does that sound? Glenn, what's Glenn's last name? Glenn Shimizu. Tube of Terror. What did Brandon win? Brandon Taylor. Any of the mods. I'm sorry, my head's a little tired. Do you guys remember what Brandon won? We'll figure it out. It's probably in the email. You got it, Glenn. Tube of Terror coming your way. Thank you, guys. All right, now let's get back. Who wants? We're looking at a case of hot sauce and a spoon. So it's going to be $140, $120 to $150 value, depending on what the sauces are going for. But $20 will get you a ticket for that. Thank you. I'm glad I inspired you, Alonzo. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, congratulations, Glenn. That's pretty cool. Let's see here. Do you know if the warehouse had a signed tube? David, I believe we have some signed tubes, don't we? I do believe I signed some Tubes of Terror and some Panango before I left. It's not you, it's me. Your ex-girlfriend used to say, what about me? She probably didn't say it quite like Ingrid Bergman did. That is such a great movie, you guys. I can't believe you guys got that. It's pretty impressive. I thought it might have been too vague. Then you start throwing movies out like iRobot. I'm like, well, maybe someone said that in iRobot. I don't know. I'm not sure. Okay, so we have signed Tubes of Terror in our warehouse. So we will get you out a signed one. David, I got the email for anybody who's getting a product from us. I'll email them to you as soon as the stream is over. All right? Fire in the Hole. Does anyone know the Ministry song "What About Us" from the movie I, Robot? Ah, that's why someone was throwing "What About Us" in there. I did not pick that up. Interesting. Still wasn't the one we were looking for though. Brian, I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, thank you. I saw your post on social media. Thank you I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's a good sauce, David. Glad David's watching. Couldn't be more proud of the guy. He's an amazing sauce maker. That's no joke. Hola from Costa Rica. Stop it. How are you, man? Thanks for watching. Appreciate that. My dog is Shimizu. Huh. There you have it too. Court, you're a rock star. Thanks for hanging out. We'll be here. We got it covered, dude. We got the A team here. We got Sean and Jeremy. You guys have lots of experience being a mod, It's interesting, you guys. When they're watching, they're studying this screen, man. It's taxing. It's exhausting. David, also, what we got to do, David, I know you're listening. I want to get a spoon or something, either a spoon or something to the mods who've helped out. So I'll get some addresses to you after this, and we'll get something out to them. Costa in the house. You got that right. I'll do that for you, Hypnotic. I got one here I can send out to you, so we'll do that. Why am I scared to buy the Tube of Terror? You know why? Because more than likely you went on YouTube. You typed in Tube of Terror, and you hit enter, and you watched hundreds of videos all over the world of people getting ruined by them. It's funny. Some guys, I've seen some people go through the whole tube. I saw one person who went through the entire tube, like 3 minutes into the 5-minute afterburner, and couldn't go the extra 2 minutes. I've seen a bunch of people who literally ate like 1 or 2 peanuts, and that was it. So that's probably why. But here's the great thing about it. It's a wonderful experience. And if you try it, and even if it burns you, here's what happens. David will testify to this. When we're at these events, people walk up and they'll say, ask Jeremy. He was with us. Jeremy, back me up here. What's the hottest thing you got? We give them it. Then we say, are you sure? Why don't you start with something, a little bit more mild? No, give me the hottest you got. Okay. We give them one of our Tube of Terror peanuts. They eat it and they go into shock, really, and start panicking and freaking out. And then walk off. But inevitably, what would happen? And correct me if I'm wrong. Back me up on this, you guys. They'd come back an hour later. Whether they bought a tube or not, they said they were so glad they did it. It was an amazing experience. Nobody ever came back and said, actually, a couple people said, almost everybody is thrilled they had the experience. It's a cool thing. Yeah, we had some funny ones at the Zest Fest. Second day of the Zest Fest, this woman comes up to us. She's like, dude, I'm mad at you guys. She goes, I had dinner plans last night. She ate one peanut, proceeded to bolt across the whole convention area, go to the woman's bathroom with a friend. The friend stood outside the booth. The woman went inside the stall, took her clothes off and handed them to her friend underneath the stall, sat on the toilet for an hour naked. Get stories like that a lot. It's pretty funny. It was good. But boy, it makes it fun. It really does. Betty Lou, hi. Good to see you. Thank you, Nicholas, for saying that. We appreciate it. This channel is all about you guys. I mean, I know you guys, I don't know if you believe me when I say that, but it really is. This is, it's a bus. It's your bus. I'm just driving it. We're in the same boat. I have no idea where it's going. I get this much advance notice than you guys get, I don't even decide what sauce I'm going to review that morning until I wake up and decide what sauce to review. So this is your bus. This channel is all about you guys. It really is. I've learned something, though. I need more pods, you guys. I want more peppers. I love peppers. You guys seem to enjoy pod videos, more than almost anything else. So I'm going to make a real concentrated effort to make sure that I always have some hot pods on hand. On hand. That was a pepper bird right there. Jackson Collins, thank you, dude. Love you too, man. Pop that link, baby. Toss that link in there. Don't be worried to offend anybody. Throw the link in there, you guys. Yeah, the corn nugs are so good. Here's the funny thing about the corn nugs. They have legit heat. That is no joke. The next version of the Tube of Terror, Glenn, I'm not quite sure. Had COVID not kicked us where in the fields, we probably would have had at least one more sauce out. We probably would have had the Tube of Terror 2.0 out. A few other things we probably would have had out. This was a beating. So, until you're in the middle of it, you see, listen, there's some terrible things that have happened. A lot of people are losing businesses, and if David wasn't a genius, we'd be in trouble. But David's a smart guy. It's a pretty cool thing. Johnny needs who Mike wrote. Mike. No, Mike. Where's Mike? I'm not seeing a Mike. Huh? Here we go. Johnny, your video about being 1 year sober truly inspired me, and since that day I haven't touched alcohol but started working out again. I've lost almost 40 pounds. You got to be kidding me. Here's what you need to do. Mike, thank you so much. And thank you for telling me about Mike's comment. I appreciate that. Here's what I would do. I know people that go to like AA meetings for the little coins they give you. I don't, I just didn't want to drink anymore. But there's an app called I Am Sober. That's all it's called is I Am Sober. Go to the App Store, type in I Am Sober. Download that app. Every day it gives you a running total of how long you've been. I don't even know how many days I've been unless I go look at it. You know what I mean? But listen, we're all here to support each other. At some point, I don't think anyone stops drinking until they wake up one day and say, I don't really want to drink anymore. I kind of did that. So it's kind of how it works. So glad to be of inspiration for you guys. Josh Rodriguez, thank you. White Habanero Sugar Peach. Nice. How much hotter are the Tubes of Terror peanuts compared to the wild version of the Carolina Reaper peanuts? They're hotter. David could probably tell me more. There you go. Hotter, substantially hotter. It is. And if you need to be in our kitchen when we're cooking those things. Gas you. You got to get out of there. It's unbelievable. And the 2.0 that we're coming out with, I'm not going to give specifics, but we might have told you that it was going to be 16% hotter. It might be a little more. Sorry. Porterhouse, sober 7 years. Yeah, if it was the last night on Earth and I was alone and there was nothing to do and all I had was like a movie to watch and a 6-pack of beer, I'd watch the movie. I just don't drink. That's it. It's pretty cool about that. Thank you, Eddie, on my 1 year being sober. It's a beautiful thing. Have I tried Mama Africa Zulu sauce? I have not tried it yet. We'll look out for it. There's so much heat. So little time is the problem. The Wilds are training wheels. Yeah, man. The 2.0 nuts, like Dave will say, they'll whiten your teeth. That's like weapons grade. It's interesting, too, because anybody who's tried the 2.0 nut, that's not the nut that's going to be in the 2.0. It's going to be hotter than that. So the thing that you'll pick up almost immediately is that it's just wicked. It's like it hurts more than it burns. It's almost like if you like the pain, you're gonna love this. It's a great peanut. Very, very exciting. 60 at least. The drinking isn't good for me. Addictive personality. They say chilies are something else. Yeah, and they're healthy for you. You never eat too many peppers and wake up the next day and say, man, I wish I didn't eat all this. Well, you might do that, but you aren't going to be embarrassed about it, at least. Oh, dude, David, everybody knows you're, of all things, arrogance, not the way to describe you. Thank you, Chad. Man, thank you so much. That is awesome. I appreciate it. Are you a Cancer? I am. I'm a Cancer. Not that I pay attention to that stuff. I could read I could go right now and get a Cancer horoscope and pick anybody. I don't care what your horoscope is, and read it to you, and you're gonna go, yeah. I don't know. Maybe there's something to them. Who knows? I kind of think there's not. The new Tube of Terror is much hotter than 15 or 16 mil. Now, here's the thing, Jake. I said this earlier. There's a big misconception about the Tube of Terror. It's an empty one. In this Tube of Terror, one of the ingredients are 13 million Scoville extract crystals. But please don't make the mistake in thinking that the product that's contained in here is rated at 13 million overall. It has 13 million Scoville extract pure crystals on them. But I would say, I don't know if David would back me on this. I'd say this is probably 2.5 million, maybe 3. Guys, if you ever had 13 million, you would never forget it. People that think this is 13 million, it really isn't. Let me tell you something. Yeah, you can do that on Stream. Josh, if you want to order what on Streamlabs? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Any product from me or David, you can order from johnnyscoville.com or Blazing Foods. If you want to purchase a ticket for the raffle, that's done through Streamlabs. But David and I could raise the heat on this. We could jack it up. We could create a 3.0, a 4.0, a 5.0. We could do that for the next 10 years and still have room to climb and make it hotter every single time. So these are not 13 million Scoville. Very few people on the globe have a clue what 13 million feels like. And that's one of the problems that's inherent with the whole Scoville rating, the way it's done. Good example are our Carolina Reapers. Carolina Reapers, the one that won the Guinness Book of World Record had 1.5 to 2.2 million, whatever. You need to understand something. That's like the hottest pepper they could find. Most peppers that you eat, every time somebody eats a Reaper, they think 1.5 million or 2.2 million. It's not like that. It really isn't. So the 2.0 is going to have 15.99 Scoville crystals. I'm not quite sure what you mean there. I feel great, Rich, actually. Thank you for joining us. Rich, you know what I was going to do? This is, I'll probably eat some of these later on. This was a gift from Point Blank Pepper Company. Are you kidding me? These are called smoke rings. These are the most delicious. If I open this, it'll be gone in 10 minutes. So if you're going to order the popcorn, go to Blazing Foods. Do that. Yep. Thank you. Thank you, Jeremy. Sean, you guys are awesome. Anyway, this was one of the gifts he sent me. He sent me this, which is his table sauce, which is just incredible. But the other thing he sent me was this. I need to have it doctored because it's not big enough to go cover my chin and my nose. It's a little, so I may be able to fashion a loop for the goatee, but also it's a little tight for my ears. It's like almost. So I need to, I'm going to have my mother kind of, she's like a seamstress. She can do all that stuff. I'm going to have her adjust this for me. But this, Point Blank Pepper Company. Very cool. That was very, very neat gift, Rich. But here's the weird thing. What time is it now? It's 7 o'clock. So we are exactly 12 hours in. 12 hours and 15 minutes into this thing. I'm halfway through. That's a long way to go. Man, 12 more hours. Oh, all right, we got this. Crikey. I'm working on my Australian. Fair dinkum. I'm into fair dinkum. It's like good enough. Whatever. There you have it. Fair dinkum. It's a great expression. I love that. Fair dinkum is a good one. They got, in Australia, London, places have an expression for everything. And that's one thing I got to figure out, I'm in the heat zone, Johnny. Bootless, spaceship pizza time. Boom. Mic drop. Roid Rage here. That's kind of cool. Thank you for joining us, Roid Rage. Do I have any cayenne pepper sauce? I probably have some somewhere. From memory, I'm not sure which ones. Brandon, been about 2:30. Thank you so much, man. Blimey, there's another good one. I'm a big fan of bloody. It's bloody hot out. You say it in the wrong place, it's like a bad word. That's a word you can drop in America. No one gets upset at you. If it's so bloody hot out, no one's going to go, wow, I can't believe Johnny said that. If I was in London or something, I said, man, it's bloody hot out. They'd be like, geez, what's wrong with Johnny? It's kind of interesting. Jeremy, I believe he is. We'll see. The back, sitting doesn't hurt my back. Standing hurts my back. Walking hurts my back. I can lay down. laying down doesn't bother my back, which is a beautiful thing. Look at that. I've looked at the cost. Prohibitive. The real and pure natural cat powder is $2,300 a kilo. It's a lot. Now, the stuff goes a long way, but that's why you gotta understand why the tubes of terror cost what they cost. We aren't just fleecing everybody. We're not making that much on those, honestly. It costs a lot to make them. The most expensive ingredient in that is the capsaicin crystals. The stuff is no joke. Josh, thank you, dude. How long until it ships? I'm not quite sure. David may be able to answer that better than I can. Bundaberg, what music do I listen to, Ragman? I have very eclectic taste in music. I like blues. I like metal a lot. I like classic rock. I like R&B. I don't like country western music. Just don't. Tried. No, I haven't. That's a lie. I haven't tried. The first time I heard it, I didn't like it. I never liked it since. And I don't know. I wish I could like it. I wish I could be more open-minded. Just can't. So I'm kind of a metal guy. It's weird. I play guitar. So when I first started, I was kind of into punk because punk was easy to play, like 3 or 4 chords. And the kind of music I listened to changed as my skill in guitar changed. So I kind of ran the gamut from blues to punk to metal to just about everything. Jacob Steele, can I make it off for 24 hours? I really don't know. Here's a question. Do you think I can? That's the question. What's the hottest non-extract sauce mentioned? You mentioned a few times back with the chili queen. The hottest non-extract sauce that I have ever had to date is Thor's Hammer from Volcanic Peppers. Just stupid hot. Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's so funny. Forget cocaine. I want to be a capsaicin dealer. I have a book somewhere. Where is it? I've got a book called The Core of the Sun. You guys need to get this book, The Core of the Sun. Listen to this. This is a book about a futuristic society. I don't know if it's post-World War III or what, but it's a futuristic society. And nobody's smoking weed or doing coke or doing whatever other meth or whatever else. You know what the number one sought-after drug is? All it wants, class. Capsaicin. It is. It's capsaicin. So, like the opening book, the first chapter, you're reading. They're like, hey, keep it down. But I heard there's a dude on the east side who's got real nagas, the real ones, not the fake ones. And that's how they're talking. So it's like drug talk, but instead of like, hey, we're going to score some weed or whatever, they're like, hey, man, this guy on the east side's got some nagas. And that's an actual quote from the book. It's incredible. It's just the most bizarre book. But I got scared reading it. Clint Meyer, who owns Dragon Fire Chilies, Fire Dragon Chilies, excuse me. I was with him, and he goes, I got a book for you to read on the way home, Johnny. You want to read it? I'm like, nah, I'm all set. It's a long flight. I'm not going to be reading a book. He goes, read the first line of the book. If you don't want to take it, you don't have to. I read the opening line. I'm like, put it in my backpack. I took it with me. Read it read it on one leg. Crazy book. You got to Core of the Sun. I don't remember who wrote it, but you need to read it. Drop E. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Hella hot sauce is great. Kyle Colson's awesome. Josh, go for a walk, dude. Always. Thank you for hanging out with us. Yes, it is U.S. currency. You bet. Let's see here. Boy, you know what? Canada's not a bad place. I would move there, but certainly let Tamara answer that. It's a very clean country. I used to go there a lot when I was younger. Don't go there anymore though. David Foy, Johnny, we love you, man. The stream, love the family. This is so cool. Got a scoot. Happy birthday, my brother. Keep them giveaways going. We will ship them out as you let me know who, when, and where. Love you, David. Thank you so much. Sandy, thank you. Tell the girls I said thank you. You guys have a great night. Thank you so much for taking the time to hang with us. Love you. How about that? Awesome. All right, let's do a giveaway. I'm going to come up with a movie title. We think of a cool one. Oh, I got one. It's almost too easy. Hey, you know what? Bree, do me a favor. Come up with a movie line. Send it to me. You come up with a movie line. My brain's scattered. Do you mind trying that? If you can come up with a good movie, come up with another one for you. Johnny, would you come to Florida if I hosted an event next year? I went to Florida last year for the I Like It Hot Festival. I'd like to come down there again this year. I hope I can make it down one more time before I leave, but I'm not sure. But I would listen. I love Florida. It's hot and humid, but you know what? Anytime you get a group of people that dig peppers, I'm gonna like wherever they're at. That's kind of how it works. Movie trivia is great. Heathen Hawk, good night all. Thank you. Spent a lot of time with us today, bro. Thank you for your commitment and time. Love you, man. Um, let's see. Doesn't sound right, Lawn Dog. You know what? If he's not on anymore, email him. Go to the website and email him. He'll email you back. He's good like that. Um, you need a poster. So I don't have any posters actually. Isn't that weird? Okay, here we go. Fire the wall. I have now tasted the hottest non-extract sauce that I've ever experienced. It's from the maker of Bayan Tige Island Sun Sauces, Canada. It's called Rosy Red Rectum. What's the heat source in it? What's the pepper that makes that happen? Yeah, it is. Waves based on goes priority mail. 2 orders, Lawn Dog. Sorry. Wow, that is. Thank you for sticking around, David. Get out of here, will you, dude? I'm glad you stuck around for me to answer that. Thank you. Right Hand of Doom is the hottest sauce on the market that I know of, but that's an extract sauce. Still hot. How much longer am I streaming? I don't really know. Hopefully another 12 hours or so, 13 hours. At the end, I gotta tell you something. Towards the end, I need you guys to help me. I need you guys to fire questions at me. I don't care if it's stupid, like "What did you eat this morning?" or "What are you thinking of right now?" or something, because to keep me talking. Because at the end, we're all sort of drained, and I feel like a monkey doing a math problem. It's kind of tough. Let's get to 200,000 subscribers doing nothing. There you go, Johnny. What's the best cure for a capsaicin cramp? What worked for me is a banana and chocolate milk. Time. I don't mean the spice. I mean time. If you get the burn, if you get a cramp, it's going to work through. There's not much you can do. There are some things you can do that are not necessarily so healthy. So, in my opinion, the best thing you can do is increase your tolerance. The higher your tolerance gets, the it's how it works. That, like, for instance, I think I shared this earlier, 4 or 5 hours ago. But when I started the channel, if I ate one Carolina Reaper, I would be all over with calf cramps and sick for a couple hours. I can eat, half a dozen, 8, 10 Reapers, and zero disturbance at all, not so much as a burp. You know what I mean? So once the tolerance will increase, it does increase. It doesn't just increase in your mouth. It increases in your mouth, your stomach, your throat, the bathroom, everything. All of that will increase with your. Now, it's not like your tolerance in your mouth will increase and everything else will stay parked where it is. That's not how it works. Um, what peppers have I never tried before? Tons. There are thousands of pepper varieties. Thousands. I've only had a couple hundred. You know what I mean? So I haven't even put a dent. I could eat a pepper every day for the rest of my life, and I wouldn't finish them all for years. You know, so that's one of the coolest things. When I was with Neil, the Podfather, Neil Smith from Hippie Seed Company in Sydney. I had such a great time with him. Well, we walked through his backyard. In his garden, he has like 550 different strains in his garden. And we started walking through it. It was the milder, the medium, and the hot, and super hots as we went around. So as we were walking around, he's like, "Oh, Johnny, have you tried this one?" All these peppers, all these peppers I'd never heard of before. Beautiful. Oh, they're all so unique looking. Oh, it was just so great. I just ate one after the other, and we were getting hotter as we went. Finally, I'm like, listen, if I'm going to eat dinner later, I better chill out on the pods. But there are so many peppers I have not had a chance to eat yet. I couldn't even begin to name them. I mean, there aren't any that's. You know what? I'd like to eat the pepper X. I kind of like to eat that pepper. We'll see. I know at some point when he releases it, I will. But that's a pepper I'm dying to eat. 3 million scoville. That'd be pretty neat. What's the hottest pepper you've had? Is a Primo Tali. Hold on one second, you guys. It's a 7-pot Primo cross with a Fatali jigsaw. Oh. Yeah, I'm starting to get sore. By the end of this, I feel like I've been mugged. Oh. All right. Brandon, Carmen, good to see you. The Bootla pizza got me. Yep, it will. Hey, Michelle, Steve. Love you guys. Guys, the Berlants from Old Agness Store here. Some of the greatest brownie challenges ever created. They did. Amazing. And they're my friends. Pretty cool. Let's see here. Ring Stinger Reaper Bombs. Yeah, Ring Stinger. They make great candies. Everything they do is amazing. I wish I could remember. I think it's Afterburner. Somebody asked me one of my favorite sauces. That's one of my favorite Australian sauces. Really, really delicious. You know what I should do? I probably should. I'm going to say I should cut a couple inches of my goatee off. That might cause a problem, and I don't want to do that. Back of the throat. You got that right, man. I'll tell you what, David was David, did you just do another donation, dude? I love you, David. Don't do that again, man. I'm the greatest partner alive. You guys don't know how lucky I am. I'm serious. When I tell you I pinch myself sometimes to see if I'm really awake or not, I'm not lying. I do. What a good guy. The flag move. Got a strong fan in here. Yeah, that was David Foy. That's my partner in Chase to Eat Hot Sauce. Chase to Eat LLC. He's just a terrific man. Glad he's my friend. I'm planning on getting a Chase the Heat tattoo. Would you allow that, or would you consider that copyright? Oh, come on, would I allow that? Dude, I mean, just think it through really carefully. I mean, what? No, I mean you can. I don't have any Chase the Heat tattoos yet. I probably will. I think I'm gonna put the logo right here on my forearm. But I got the capsaicin. Since I got this is the chemical formula for capsaicin. Since I got that, a dozen guys have got that and sent me pictures of it. I don't mind. It's feel free. So what were you thinking about doing though, Kaylee, we thinking about doing like, okay, we thinking about doing just like the logo itself, or I'm just kind of curious. That's dedication. That's crazy. How old are you, man? I'm so old. My social security number has 3 digits, man. 008. It actually is the first 3 digits of my social. I'm 54 today. 54 years old. But you know what? I don't know what 54 feels like. I don't feel any different than I did 20 years ago. I really don't. A spoon tattoo. That's cool. Wait to see the one I'm getting right here. Oh, I'm getting the coolest tattoo right here. I'm not going to tell you about it. I'm going to keep it secret. But wait till you see it. No, not the right arm, Heiko. You know that. My mom would kill me. My mom's short and she's little, but she's fierce and she's strong. So I don't. The last thing I want to do is irritate Mama Scoville. I did that a lot growing up. I feel bad about it. The cat story. You mean the one that ran away and then came back? You mean that one? It's a pretty funny story, man. Gaming phone, looking fine at 54. Thank you for saying that. Will I ever do the Moab again? The Moab's delicious. I mean, it's not that much of a challenge for me, but I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I can't beat the record, so me doing that challenge again is kind of silly. I'm not a speed guy. You guys all know that. I'm not a speed person, so I probably won't. Yeah. Age is a number. It's a fact. I'm a year or two younger than your wife. There you have it. Okay, Paul. It's a pretty funny story, actually. Wish my dad were here to back it up because it's such a funny story that if you have someone's not there to say, yeah, that really did happen, you're almost like, well, whatever. But I wouldn't lie to you. I mean, I really wouldn't. I had a cat named Linda. My brother had a cat named Snooper. Linda was this cool, amazing cat. I had this like hardcore crush on my dad's secretary when I was a kid. And every day my mom once a day would call my dad at the office and she let me answer. I'd say, hi, Linda. I'd flirt with her and she'd flirt with me and I just was over the moon with this girl. I loved her apparently. I don't even remember her, but I loved her. So we got a cat, and my mom and dad said, what do you want to name it, Johnny? And I said, Linda. He probably at the time thought I was a lunatic, but I wanted to name it Linda. They were cool parents. I got cool mom, and my mom and dad are great. They're like, you can call the cat Linda, whatever. So we had the cat. The cat ended up, long story short, the cat lived to be 21 years old before she died. Amazing animal, just part of the family. But early on, she was young. I mean, I don't know how old she was. This was early. My brother's cat was Snooper. It was like this recalcitrant cat. It hated everybody, hated everything. I loved it. It was such a cool animal. It had such a bad attitude. It's cranky and nasty. Just loved her. What a great cat she was. But anyway, my mom's got a uncle, or brother, my uncle. He's an eye surgeon down in Florida. So this was back when he was in law school. He was in med school in New York. He was finishing up his residency and he had to move to a different apartment. The apartment he was moving to, he couldn't keep his dog, which was a big, gigantic Airedale Retriever. I don't know if you've ever seen what an Airedale Retriever looked like. It looked like a kind of a poodle. Big, giant, big thing. Big, tall dog. So my mom and dad, because we had like 180 acres of land, they said, hey, you can let the dog come out here and live out its life. You can do that. So they brought the dog to us. And swear to God, it's a true story. The day we got the dog shows up. My mom and his brother and wife are there. They bring the dog there. The dog's all excited, jumping around. My cat was just flaming angry. She just disappeared in the house. You didn't see her again. Wherever that dog was, the cat was in the furthest part of the house. It just automatically did that, like repellent. It was not in the same room with that dog ever. That's just how my cat handled it. Well, Snooper, my brother's cat, she tapped out. She's like, man, nah. She bolted. The day we got the dog, that cat ran away. That was right before Thanksgiving. All right. So it's like autumn in Vermont. Winters in Vermont are gnarly. It's like a Canada winter. Their winters are legit. They're cold and vicious. And, anyway, the cat was gone. The cats, listen, they were outdoor cats. We never had a cat box. They always went outside. There are times over the years they'd leave for a week. We thought they were dead. They'd come back. Hey, they didn't dead. So, it wasn't uncommon for them to take off for a length of time. But this cat was just gone. And we had rock walls that showed the borders of all of our land. And we'd look out at dinner time and see the cat, and she'd stick her head up, and we'd look at her, she'd duck down. She until we saw her, she was mad as can be. She was just furious. We constantly hang around the rock wall. We would bait her with food, put food on the steps. She was not having any of it. She was down. She was like committed to her anger. She was not backing off it. She was serious about it. So the dog, it's after Christmas. It's like February in Vermont. I mean, it's like cold. Like you walk outside and slip, you might not make it back in. It's cold. So the dog is dying. It's ill. It's got distemper or something. It's barfing and it's dying. And my mom and dad, we're all little, my mom and dad are like, hey, quick, you got to come out here. Teddy's sick and I think he's going to die. You may want to say goodbye. So we come out there. We're looking, poor Teddy, man. The Teddy flops over on the, it's not funny. Okay, it's not funny. But Teddy flops over on the right where we first got him, but he flops over. He's laying down. He's like taking its last breath. He's alive still, mind you. He's not dead yet, but he's checking out. I mean, he's circling the drain. This is it. He's still breathing, and that cat Snooper comes around the corner, jumped over his butt, didn't walk around him. I'm not making this up. Jumped over him, walked to the door, stood at the door, and looked over his shoulder like, who's letting me in? We're good now. True story. That cat left the day we got the dog and came back the day we died. Like, how did it know? How did it know that the dog was punching its ticket that day? Was it just a fluke? Who knows? But that was a crazy story. It's true. It was a crazy cat. That cat was really bizarre, though. She had 9 lives. You know that cats have 9 lives? We had relatives, same family. Her brother and his wife were coming to visit us. A different time, though. And we had in Vermont, it was a huge house. And you heat it with wood. You don't want to heat a part of the house that people aren't in. You do it with wood. It's expensive. You don't want to waste it. So we would block off that part of the house when nobody was living in there. So they were coming to visit, and it was never heated. They were coming to visit. My mom opened the door, went in there to kind of make the room up, make it nice for the guests and everything. My cat went in there and hung out in the bed. My mom took off and back. You couldn't hear her meow. It wasn't like it was in the house where you couldn't hear. So the cat's gone. Like for days at a time, like 1 or 2 days go by, maybe she's met somebody, maybe she's chasing mice. I don't know what it was. After about 4 or 5 days, you start thinking, well, maybe she's not coming back this time. It's just run the risk of when you have an outdoor cat. And so they come to visit. They arrive to visit, and they come upstairs. I carry their luggage. We're carrying up to their room. We open the room to that wing of the house, and the cat is laying there on the floor, looking like a dried up potato chip. Like emaciated and skinny and dried up, like she's dry. And my uncle, he was a surgeon. He jumped to action. He was like Johnny on the spot, man. He grabbed the cat and was like, she was still warm, she was still had a pulse, I guess. So he says to my dad, God, I wish my dad could back this story up. He says, my dad, do you have any, my dad's nickname is Moose. He goes, Moose, do you have any high concentrate? What's the highest alcohol you got? He goes, 151. He goes, go get me an eyedropper full now. So they went and got an eyedropper full of 151. And it's probably because they just didn't have capsaicin. But they took the 151, he put it in her mouth and was squeezing it in there and like rubbing her throat and rubbing her chest. And she started kicking around. She came to, and we got her to the water in a hurry. She was thirsty. But that cat lived like another decade. No joke. It's not a British flag. It's an Aussie flag. And that's there because that's where I'm going to end up living. My Fanny is in Reno. My business is in North Carolina. My heart's in Australia. So that's why that is there. Very near and dear to my heart. Yeah, that animal knew. She was a pretty cool cat. All right, so not to sidetrack, but the Bula has 90-degree burn, a 90-degree burn, in my opinion. Whereas the Reaper comes into your home and later on begins to haunt you and creep, burn. Love the Bula burn. It's just as great. I prefer the chocolate Bula burn. I prefer a chocolate burn. I think, swell. Good to see you, dude. I think a chocolate. I like the burn. A chocolate burn to me, it's more sinister. It hurts more. It seems more vicious, a more violent burn than any other pod. So I kind of like the chocolates. Swell, I'm so glad you're here, dude. Hardest working reviewer out there. Nah. Make it look like I'm working. Well, let me tell you something though. I do work hard. I think, but people think I don't. I think, I do. You know, it's weird. It doesn't feel like work because I love it, you know. But I pretty much from the moment I open my eyes until I close them, I'm doing something involving the channel. You know, either dealing with things on YouTube or Instagram or Facebook, the business page, my personal page. It's just sort of crazy, but it does take work. That's why I need a good manager. Swell. You're kidding me. You made my day. Swell's great. Chris Swell, let me tell you something about Chris Sewell. Call him Swell. He's down in Perth, one of the coolest places, Perth, Australia. Man, you can throw a baseball into the outback from Perth. I mean, you're really at the edge right there. It's a pretty cool place. But I met him where were we? Swell. Do you remember where we were? We were at that, well, wait, was it Chef Kenny's kitchen that we met? Yeah, that was where we met. Chef Kenny had a kitchen, and we met there. And man, he whips out this. He's got a braided goatee about this long in his hand. He's like, I had mine cut at brunch. Show you, mate. He's just a very, very great guy. I had a super fun time with him. That was fun. It seems like forever ago. I'll be back soon, though, Swell. I promise you. Hey, Tekken Tournament, we don't talk about politics on my channel. That's the only warning you'll get. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Somebody delete that comment, please. And the next time somebody says anything about anything political, ban them. I'm not mad at you. Probably you didn't know, but here are the rules. There's no politics, no talk about religion, and no cursing. I'll let a damn and a hell slide, but I will not bend on the religion or the politics. If you do it again, I know you probably didn't know, so don't be upset. I'm not trying to come off as mean, but somebody, Sean, if you can, see if you can delete that comment where it says America is a joke. In fact, the more I see that comment, the more it's upsetting me. Can you guys hear me okay? I'm not sure when the next raffle is. I don't think I've opened it. Chili Mama Bird, are you still in the house with us? Chili Mama Bird is. Chili Mama Bird, go up there a little bit above Rise in the top and delete that comment about America being a joke. The more it sits there, the more upset I'm getting. I'm not upset with you. I'm upset that is put there. That bothers me. And I'm please somebody get rid of that. I'm trying to, and it's not allowing me. I need to shake it off. Sorry. People know the rules. Most people know the rules. First of all, to say that my country's a joke, you think I'm going to take that and be okay with that? How is that not going to be madly offensive to me? In fact, probably on comment for a while. If I see your name again, I'm going to get upset. That was a stupid thing to say. Not knowing about talking about politics is one thing, but calling my country a joke? Are you high? What are you thinking? That was a stupid thing to say. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it. See, I'm a nice guy most of the time, you guys. I swear to God, I'm pretty mild-mannered. It's the truth. But there are certain things I don't do well with. That, this is like coming into my home and doing something like that. That's how I see it. So, thank you, guys. I'm sorry. Thank you, Sean. And I'm sorry about that. I didn't mean to get upset, but imagine me saying something. Can you guys know me well? You imagine me ever saying that about any country? How dare you? Oh. Sorry, guys. All right. I've like it just dried up all the conversation. No one's talking anymore. It's like crickets. I know. It's all right. Scoville Crew is fine. He probably didn't realize, but now that he knows, there's no everybody's listening. We all know the rules, man. I'm just handling this now. If that happens 6 hours from now, who knows what'll happen. I'm having a great night, Carolyn. Thank you for asking, for saying that. Appreciate it. Um, Chili Mama Bird. It probably does. It doesn't matter. We're not going to talk about him. It's not how we're going to work. All right. So, let's see what I want to do here. All right. So we got, don't forget, we still have the half hot sauce. We have two of them. One of the, see, I'm losing my train of thought, you guys. High Desert. So let's get on that. I'm a passionate man. You know what? I'm trying to be nice. It's all right. Would I ever consider, Kayla asked, would I ever consider doing more challenges surrounding gross foods like durian, stinky tofu from Japan? Sure. Yeah, I did. Oh, you want to see something funny? Speaking of. Well, you know what? I could get really crazy at the end of this. This, you guys, is that foul, nasty white shark from Iceland. So I can always eat this. I ate this once. It's called Hakarl. It's the I would do the sticky tofu too. I'm into weird foods. I'm a very, very exotic, adventurous eater. I'll try just about anything. So this is something I may want to eat later. That'd be a cool way to end the stream, right? Eat some shark. Alrighty. Of course everything's gonna be all right. So Jimmy is confused about the flag. Yeah, I'm an American. I got the American flag here. I'm a big giant patriot, but I'm wickedly in love with a girl that lives in Australia. And that's far more important to me than anything here. I love my family. I'm going to always come back, but my heart's there. So that's why I'm going there. And that's why I'm representing the flag. I'm told that I'm 60% Aussie. I'm not positive if that's true. You have to check with Bray. I've been told that. There's not a waiting list. We're cooking more sauce this weekend. I think we're actually sold out of Penango right now. Give me 1 second, you guys. Nope, we're back in stock. So yeah, we have Penango available, you guys. Go to johnnyscoville.com and we'll get you set up. Excuse me. I actually have there's the Union Jack right there. You know what I did for all the countries I went to? I got flags for each of the countries I've been to. So I've got that flag as well. But I grew up in Vermont. I did. New Hampshire. I used to play tennis tournaments there. Vermont's a trippy place. Go back to Vermont. It's like you go to any other city that you've been away for 20 years and you go back, it's changed a lot. You go back to Vermont, it's like nothing's really changed that much. It's pretty strange. I could totally see doing another rematch with the Chili Queen. It definitely isn't going to happen anytime real soon. There's just a lot going on and it won't be able to, but at some point I can see that happening. Porterhouse. Can we not just love Porterhouse a little bit? He's going to pick up the wifey. He gets a tooth yanked out. He's there before and after. You got to be kidding me. Porterhouse. You know what? Let me think of a movie. I'm going to do a movie line right now. I could pick like the most obvious lines ever, like "I'll be back," or "You're gonna need a bigger boat," but then make a really, really hard number. We're not gonna do the number and movie thing. It's just gonna be the movie line. I gotta think of a good one though. Give me a second. I thought the Casablanca was a great one. There'll be some sauce here. Don't worry, my friend. The White Mare ever gonna drop? What do you mean? I'm not sure what you mean. Porterhouse is pretty awesome. I like kombucha. I can do it. I can do it. Twitch and Tongue Clash. Good to see you. I'm trying to think of a good movie. I got a great one. I'm trying to think if it's too obvious. Okay, here's the quote. Are you ready? The movie quote is, and no, by the way, do you understand? Oh, hang on a minute. I just thought of something. I need this. Hang on. Here's the. Do you understand? If I just type the line in, somebody can just Google it and do that. It just occurred to me. Hold up your right hand. This is the honor system. I swear I'm not going to Google anything. It's a great line. Lighten up, Francis. It's a great line. Here's the line. Are you ready? This one's meant there's no bullet holes in it. There's the movie line. William Cathy. Good to see you, dude. Change your name. Met William Cathy in San Antonio. Came out to visit me. See that? I threw that line out there. Nobody can even think about it. This one's meant there's no bullet holes in it. Good guess. Nope. Porterhouse rocks. Nobody's coming up with it. I think I stumped you guys. Nope. Doesn't ring a bell. Pulp Fiction. Nope. Goonies. Nope. Pulp Fiction. What a great movie that was. I dug that movie. The tactical knife I have happens to be right here. It happens to be a Microtech Halo 5 tactical. Night of the Lupus, no. Police Guy, no. Pulp Fiction, no. Say the quote again. The quote is, this one's mint. There are no bullet holes in it. Not The Godfather. Another great movie. This is not a classic, by the way. By any stretch. Out the front, all the way. Exactly. Chris, thank you for becoming part of the family. I can repeat. This one is mint. There'll be no. There are no bullet holes in it. First of all, you don't need to take up Tekken's fight. That's not a good idea. It's not helpful. It's my rules. I don't like him dumping on America, and I didn't like him talking about politics. He knows the rules. It's not up for debate. He's blocked. That's how it works. Sorry, not sorry at all. Because guess what? He would do it again. There. Thank you guys. You know what? Listen, my best advice: go start your own YouTube channel, and you can do what you want, when you want, how you want. But here we do things the Scoville family way. That's how it works. Nobody's guessing this. It doesn't have to do with hunting. Good guess though. Nope. Nobody's cheating, which is really good. You want me to tell you? No, I'm not going to tell you. I almost picked them. Oh, I'm not going to do that one. I may use that one next. Listen, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody, but then to have him come back and say he wanted to, get the last word in, I don't think so. Doesn't work that way. But here's the thing: he's already forgotten, right? Gone. Justin Waters, I've inspired you to chase the heat, dude. It's always been in you. You're a madman. The King of New York, great movie. Nope, great movie though. Something like that. Nope. Top Gun, nope. Dawn of the Dead, nope. You guys are not going to get this. In 1 second. That's a great, Brie. That's a good one. Um, Nobody's going to get this, man. You guys are stumped. Kind of fired up that I got you guys. Not Jackie Brown. That's a weird movie, Jackie Brown. Dark Sector. I got you, man. Feeling the love. Super Troopers. Another hilarious movie. The Big Lebowski. Oh my God. Such a classic. Oh, that's one of my favorite movies, The Big Lebowski. I could watch that over and over again. Give us an actor or something. Just a second. I'll give you. Um, all right, I'm going to give you a hint. Making sure nobody said it. Boy, The Usual Suspects. Great movie. All right. I'm not going to give you the main actor. I'm going to give you a actor. No. Madeline Smith. It's never. Yeah. Oh my God. Tristan got it. Stop. Tristan got it. Did you cheat, Tristan? Tell me the truth. The movie is funny for him. I got to know. How did you come up with that? Did you just guess it or did you cheat? I'm impressed either way. You got. I'm gonna send you a signed tube of terror. Tristan, here's what you need to do. Hang on. Tristan, tag. Um, Tube of Terror. All right, go to chasetheheat@gmail.com, Tristan, and email me your address, your mailing address, and we'll get that out to you. Thank you so much. Impressive that you came up with that. Amazing, really. Steve McQueen, that was Bullet Boy is a great movie, huh? It's a silly movie. I don't know if it's a classic. You think it's a classic? It's kind of a crazy movie, actually. Kind of silly. Everything with Chevy Chase and slapstick sticking kind of silly, you know. Can you do one more? I think I can. Bree gave me a good one. I don't know if it's gonna be too obvious. Okay, I'm gonna come up with another one. Give me just a minute. I'll come up with something good. Oh wait, you know what? I'll come up with one. giggling as I'm saying it. No legend talk. It's okay, Sean. They're being nice. I know they're it's I think my days of trying to squelch that ended like 2 years ago. It is what it is. I know it's done out of respect, so I'm trying not to let it bother me. There are bigger things for me to worry about than that, I guess. It is what it is. Love the vids. Love you, vids. Take your time. Thank you, Kenneth. Let's see. Russ Meyer. I heard that name in a long time. I'm kind of thirsty. Guys, stick around. I need to get something to drink. Hold on. I'll be right back. Now, my beverage of choice. I go through, I'll bet you I drink 3 of these a day. It's ridiculous. Can't help it. Song lyrics. That's an idea. Huh. Song lyrics. Hey, Bree, if you're still with us, it's your charge to try to come up with a good movie line. Okay, we're going to throw one out. You guys are going to probably get this pretty quick, but we're going to toss this out for you guys. You guys ready? Be quick. It's going to happen fast. Are you guys ready? The winner of this will get a signed Tube of Terror. All right? Here we go. Here's the line. Are you ready? It was a run-by fruiting. It was a run-by fruiting. Can't believe you guys haven't got this yet. Nope. Good try, Ragman. Nope. Nicholas Wood has won. It is Mrs. Doubtfire. Nicholas Wood, do me a favor. Go to chasetheheat@gmail.com. I need your address. Congratulations, Nicholas. All right. I napped so hard. Oh. It's not so bad now, but I got a long way to go, you guys. We got a long way to go. I'm not into the like Tower Inferno. I'm not into scary disaster movies like that. They sort of freak me out. Hold on. Do me a favor. Can somebody go up and see who said Mrs. Doubtfire first? Because I was looking, and I think the first one I saw was Nicholas. Somebody do me a favor. Can one of the mods, if you could, maybe it's just you, Sean. Maybe just you and me, Sean. I'm not sure if Chili Mama Bird's here anymore. If you could scroll up and see if somebody said that before Nicholas. I think Nicholas was the first one. I'm not sure. Nick won. All right, so Nick got it. We'll do another one. Boy, you guys, start asking me questions or something. Oh. Here's the problem. I didn't sleep last night. Normally, I come into one of these with like 8 hours of sleep, not 2. Thank you for saying that, Michaela. Appreciate it. Great movie. Fear and Loathing. It's a great movie. It's a freak show. No doubt about that. He was a crazy guy. What was his name? I can't remember his name. Somebody, Hunter Thompson. Dude was touched. He was a very strange dude. One of my favorite quotes by Hunter S. Thompson, though, is, "It just never got weird enough for me." I think that's awesome. I love that. Junior's out doing his thing, you guys. He may be back with me later. I'm not sure. 11 more hours. That's only if I'm going for... No, 11 would bring me to what? 24 hours? I think we got to do 25. I can't just do 24. Of course, I may have just nap for the last hour. Good question. How do I feel about hot sauce pepper pranks on friends? I'm like really against it, like big time. Partly because I play with the kind of heat that is not heat to play around with. You know what I mean? So I think it's a problem. I remember when I first moved to Houston, I was reading an article about Houston lighting and power. There was somebody who was pranked in the cafeteria in the lunchroom. I guess he had an allergy. I don't know if he choked. Something happened, but so they put it wasn't even like a ghost. It was a habanero. They put a habanero in his sandwich, and he ate it. Ended up choking to death, and the HLMP was sued by his family. It was a nightmare. I just think it's a bad idea. The other reason I think pranking people is bad is I love spice. I love heat. How tragic would it be to burn somebody and have them go and just run away from it forever because you did that? I know it sounds like I'm being silly, but that would be a bummer to do to them. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's something. I think Roy's probably right. A true chili wouldn't do that. Listen. I've never done that. I've never pranked a friend. I've never done that. And with a tube of Terra peanuts, it'd be easy to do. You know, there's a funny video of a bunch of guys. I don't know where they're, Amsterdam somewhere, and they had a bowl of nuts and they put a bunch of tube of Terra nuts in there and just went around the table eating one at a time and like Russian roulette. Let's see. It was a run by fruiting. Indeed, it was. Let's see here. What do I do? What do I do? I missed it. Not sure what you missed. What if I should eat something? I'll drink a little bit more of my drink. Here we go. The airport story. I got so many airport stories. Airports are weird. Oh, he cheated. He cheated. That's all right. Yeah, I feel more like Jake does. As a chili head, it's not trying to prank them. I'm trying to caution them how bad it could be. I want to make sure they're aware. I don't want to. The last thing I want to do is hurt somebody, you guys. I'm like the authority. Like people go to me when they have a question about stuff. Right? About a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, this person calls me, and I wasn't in a spot where I could hear it. I got a message. I couldn't listen to it. I was with people. Like an hour goes by. I listen to the message, and the message says, it's up through Messenger. Facebook Messenger. She didn't have my cell phone number, but through Facebook Messenger, she said, Johnny, I'm freaking out. My niece, who's like 6 months old, ate a Scotch bonnet. Somehow there were Scotch bonnets on the table, and the kid, she didn't eat the whole thing. I mean, the kid would put it in her mouth, chewed it up, really quickly ejected it, and then straight freaked out for like a half hour. And, but by the time I got home, I knew everything was okay. An hour had passed. So I called them and said, everything's fine now, right? She was, yeah. I said, had you gone to a doctor, all they would have done was given your niece milk or, yogurt or ice cream. Not much you can do. She's going to be fine. But a Vincent Price film quote. I'm not sure I can quote you any Vincent Price film. Any quotes? Okay, Area 51. Been watching the stream for like 8 hours, excuse me. But just want to say happy birthday, brother. I love your videos and I've watched every last one of them. Thanks so much for saying that. Bet you haven't. Bet you I can come up with one you haven't read. You haven't watched. It's really funny. There are some so really weird, obscure videos that have less than 100 views. I swear it's true. And if I repost it right now, it'd have 1,000 views, in 5 hours. But for some reason, it just never got viewed. It's really weird. I can't figure it out. Um, I'm not sure if we're doing movie quotes. I want to. You know what we're gonna do? 50 minutes. We're gonna end the next raffle. We have 50 minutes, so we're gonna do a raffle. $20 a ticket. I'm gonna throw in a spoon. So if you win, you're gonna get a case of hot sauce, and you're gonna get a Chase Seed hot sauce spoon on top of that. So $20 a ticket. So let's do that, and we'll at 9 p.m. my time because I'm on the East Coast, Pacific Standard Time. Um, that's when we'll pick the name. It's scary when kids do that because little kids, you know what kids do, right? Everything they find, they stick in their mouth. That's what kids do. It's kind of scary. Um, what is my favorite movie? I don't know if I have a favorite movie. I really don't know. I don't think I have a favorite. I don't think I have a favorite song. I don't have a favorite sauce. I'm too whatever in the moment kind of works for me. Um, what changed my life as a kid? Wow. Wow. I'm not sure. Hang on a minute. Let me think about that. Gosh, ask yourself that question. What changed your life as a kid? I don't know if something as a child altered my life. I think most of the things that happened in my life that literally altered the course of my life happened as an adult and not as a child. I don't know. It's a good question. I really don't think anything so epic happened as a kid that maybe went, aha, this is a moment for me. Those moments happen as an adult, I think. I'm not sure why. Um, I just accidentally pepper bombed my mom with ritual chicken. She mixed plates when I was gone. She ate oh my God. Is she okay? Your mom, too. See, I'm famous for saying it's not too hot. It's not too hot. Everybody says that. Oh, it's not too hot. But it usually isn't. You know what I mean? I'm never going to bring stuff over that's too hot. So anything I do bring over for anybody, it's not too hot. Wow. So Area 51, 72-year-old great uncle, he knew he ate hot things, gave him a dried ghost pepper, ate the whole, knew what it was, ate it, showed no sign. It's a beast. It's interesting. Maybe this is just tough that way. I don't know. Things happen that change your life. You just didn't know it. Probably. I hate riddles. Oh, I can't stand riddles. I'm sitting around doing nothing. You're gonna walk up to me and try to make me think. I know it sounds like a stupid thing to say, but I'm just not a fan of riddles at all. I'm the cheater, but I didn't post in the comments. Thanks, dropping. If I had one book to suggest to all of us, young and old, what would it be? The Bible. Sorry if that offends somebody, but I really would. Sorry. It's been hugely impactful in my life. That's what I would pick. Young or old. That's me. Let's see. Okay, my coworker, a reaper, and said it's not too hot. The dude was used to hot food. Said I got him. He stared into his closet. That's funny. Um, the only time I've ever seen someone pranked where I thought this guy had it coming. It was in a phone room I was working. It was before I became the director of the office. I was the manager. There's a director above me, and this guy's name was Gilly. And someone in the office he had shrimp and lobster sauce. Someone went in while he was working, opened up the fridge, and ate every single piece of shrimp, put it all back. It's not funny. I mean, I think it's hilarious, but not funny. But he thought he found out who did it. Which, like, the best way to find out is just put some more food in there, just load it up with something hot. You'll find out who did it. So he put something in the fridge, loaded it up with heat, and you know, eventually somebody had like ate something and really quickly had to go to the bathroom, and they were gone for 20 minutes. And that's how we found out. That was the only time I saw somebody pranked. I thought I had it coming because he was scamming food from people. That's not cool to do. What do you call a dinosaur that eats too much curry? I don't know what. Tell me. Shrimp, understandable. I look like an actor. What actor do I look like? I'm also trying to figure out what I call it a dinosaur eats too much curry. Boy, you know what? Ah, Silas is begging for the tube of terror. Not gonna let him do it. It's the scariest thing I've done. Yeah, listen. How old is he again? How old is Silas? Just I'd just be really careful, man. I wouldn't do it. I'd just be careful. You know, awfully young to hit him with something hot like that. If anything, just take a shaving and just a piece of the dust and let him try that. Just be careful. There's nothing worse than seeing your kid in pain. John Malkovich. Yeah, I get that a lot. Sign something, please. I'll pay. Johnny, sign something for me, please. I'll pay you, bro. You're one of my biggest inspirations. Where do you live, Droppy? Tell me where you live, Droppy. I don't know what message was deleted. Yeah, I get John Malkovich a lot. No, you didn't come across wrong at all. I just didn't know what actor you were talking about. I get that a lot. I get it all the time, so it didn't bother me a bit. Honest. Um, let's see, Malkovich. Hang on a minute. I'm just starting to slip because I'm getting tired. That's the problem. Boy, Scott, Ian, if you want to see, I should take this out and let you guys see it. You guys would freak. I've never done that before. Nobody's ever seen that. Bree has, but that's about it. It's awful. I don't like it. It's huge. You'd be surprised how big it is. It's weird. It's a family show, gaming phone, and if you want to complain about it, please don't make me eject you, okay? Don't. I don't want to see arguing on my thread. Not having it, okay? Free the braid. I don't know, man. It's so weird looking. I don't think so. I don't think so. I've worked my butt off to keep it hidden from you guys. I don't like the way it looks like that. I really don't. I really don't. I think it looks horrible. I mean, it's terrible. I don't know, like Samson's hair. All right. Imagine I eat this and a jalapeno destroys me and I can't eat. It's too funny. I know you're not arguing. We're good. I just don't want to see any argument. That's all. Thank you. Chili Mama Bird is back. Have you ever done the full beard man? Once. I was in I was in college. I was walking back from campus, and this kid ran up to me and thought I was Kenny Loggins, so I shaved it off. Please don't cut the goddamn. I wonder if I need an energy drink. I'm dying. Please don't cut off the goatee. Tommy's got 6 kinds of tinctures. Mia's hungry. I love it. Did you have something yummy? Oh, listen, we used your run by fruiting. It was a good one. They got it. It didn't take them too long, but it was a good one. Oh man, you guys. Red Bull. I did this one thing. I did an energy drink a while back, and it knocked me out. It really did. Joseph is growing the beard out. I'm going for triple braids. I did it before once. You guys remember that? The first skydive I did it before. Oh, hold on one second, you guys. I need to do this. Oh. Wow, you wouldn't believe what this feels like. All right, we're back. Yep, Mrs. Doubtfire. What a great movie that was. There's so many great lines in that movie. Damn, bro, still rocking it, eh? Yeah. Boy, you know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. Spicy Red Bull. Imagine that. You just put some tincture in it. That'll work. Don't cut it. Release it. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't. If somebody ponied up $1,000 right now, I wouldn't do it. I swear to you, I wouldn't. There's no way. It's more. I can't. Bree knows how I feel about it. I don't like it at all when it's not in the at all. $2,000 I do it. $2,000 I do it. But the problem is you guys would take a screenshot and then everybody would have it like that. I don't think I could do it. I have to not do it. This isn't on Facebook is the problem. It's only on YouTube. I'll tell you what, Curtis. I had an energy drink. I took it. I drank it. I'm telling you, I felt like somebody gave me a sedative. I could not keep my eyes open. I was fighting it, like fighting the fatigue. After these long live streams, it's really hard for me to sleep. I know it doesn't sound like it doesn't make sense after being up for 25 hours straight. It's impossible to go to sleep. But like after the first one, I laid down and I was seeing things, like literally legit seeing things. It's so hard to unwind. I'm going to buy one of those little energy drinks and drink it after this is over. It'll help me sleep. 2-inch goat. Man. You know what's really funny? I've got... Hang on a minute. Look. These are cut off an inch there, a couple inches here. I don't know. You know, the great thing is when I do retire eventually, I can shave this off and none of you would recognize me. You guys wouldn't even recognize me. It's pretty funny. Dallas, that's hilarious. Thank you. All right, Droppy. Email me your, go to chased@gmail.com. I'll send you something. Not sure what, but go to chased@gmail.com and just type in the letter. I was going to send you something. I'll figure out something to send you. Thank you. Henderson, Gilmore, they're so different. I might love them both for different reasons. You know, if Jimi Hendrix were around today, he'd be light years ahead of his time. And he was doing what he was doing back then. That was just amazing. I love Hendrix. I love Gilmore. The phrasing is. I never saw Jimmy, obviously, but I've seen Pink Floyd a few times. Amazing. Um, Hottest tincture I ever had. The hottest tincture I ever had, David and I made. There. It's the truth. I'm not lying to you. Other than David's, the hottest tincture I ever had was made by Inferno Farms. It was 8 million Scoville heat units. And the David and I made one that was 10. It was so hot we decided not to market it. How about that? I don't know if people would be that. I don't know how many people would be actually interested in a 10 million Scoville. There's no point in making a giant run of even a small run, a batch of something. If you're only making it, to hang a phrase on it, like the hottest tincture. So I don't know. Pink Floyd's pretty amazing. Jeez, I accidentally glued my eyes shut with nail glue. You know what I did once? This is a long time ago, 20 years ago. I had gone out the night before and partied a lot, kind of feeling foggy, a little rough around the edges. So I went to the bathroom, I left the light off. I was going to brush my teeth and get my morning started, but I didn't want the light on because my eyes were hurting. So I grabbed the toothpaste. I opened the drawer and grabbed the toothpaste, started brushing my teeth. And after a while, like the peppermint, it just started to burn. My gums are starting to burn. Like I kept brushing. I didn't know what it was. I thought I was drank too much the night before. I didn't know what it was. So I turned the light on and I was brushing my teeth with Ben Gay. If you're in a different country, Ben Gay is like muscle rub. Smells horrible. You ever eat like a peppermint patty and you go when you breathe in when you eat a peppermint patty, it's cool and refreshing. It was like that for a week. I'm not joking. The next day, my gums were peeling. It was so bad. I did that. That was a bummer. You think of getting any more tattoos, man? Oh, yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch. I'm gonna get this logo. See that? Right here. Right here. And then I got a bunch. I know what I'm getting, but they're personal and private. Kind of excited about it though. Ink therapy. But I'm honoring the deal with my mom. I'm really cool about not ever gonna tattoo this arm at all, ever. Because a deal's a deal. But boy, that right arm. Mm-mm-mm. Um, French vanilla ice cream with Panango. How was that on French vanilla? Was it good? Bet it was. Jelly man taking the eye. That was bad, huh? How long did it burn? You guys, if you guys get hot stuff in your eye, you have to do something that's counterintuitive. When you get hot stuff in your eye, everything's going to tell you as tight as you possibly can. Squint your eyes shut as tight as you can. Like that's going to help it. That's not going to help it. So what you need to do when you get tincture in your eye or anything else hot is rapid fire blink your eyes as fast as you can. What it does is it'll burn really bad initially, but the burn will go away in like a minute. If you don't do that, the burn will last a half hour. So next time you get something in your eye, just rapid fire blink it and it'll get out quickly, I promise. Tincture is brutal. 35 to 45 minutes. Yeah, I need a movie line, Bray. Um, Message me one if you could. Um, yeah, tinks in the eye is a bummer. There's no two ways about it. Definitely helps. Oh, oh, I'm sorry. Give me just a second, guys. Okay, so Curtis has a great movie line. That's not a knife. Whatever happened to that dude? That guy just disappeared, didn't he? Now that's a knife. I'm being mocked. All right, guys. If we don't have any donations, then we're not going to do a raffle on the hour. We'll wait for the next hour because I don't think we have any. Mike Peterson, we have one. Oh, no, we have, yeah, one. This is my favorite ethnic food. Filipino food is so good. Oh. Like that was probably one of the best parts about going to the Philippines. The food was amazing. More donations for this raffle. That's what we'll do. So we're not going to do the movie line. We're just going to do some raffles, guys. I don't know if I can sweeten the deal. You know what we'll do? We'll do a case of sauce. We'll do a spoon. Or would you rather have a case of sauce and a tube of terror? See if you guys, what would matter more? Or we could do, I got an idea. Okay, you know what we're going to do? I got an idea. We're going to do a Johnny Scoville gift pack. Ooh, by the way, you guys. Here's what we'll do. We'll do a gift pack. You'll get a Chase the Heat t-shirt, a tube of terror, a bottle of sauce, and a spoon. How's that? So that's... Let me add this all up. Hang on one second, you guys. I'm going to add up the value to see what I want to charge for the ticket price. All right, let me add this up here, guys. This is going to be a good one. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to... Wow. No, we're going to hold off on that one, Bree. Hold off on that one a little bit later, though. I like the idea, though. So here's what we're going to do, you guys. We're going to do a Johnny Scoville gift pack. You're going to get a tube of terror, a bottle of sauce, a shirt, and a spoon. All right? It's got a retail value. Oh, I just deleted it. What was it? $75 is what the retail value is worth. So we'll do... All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to close this out in 90 minutes. So right now, my time, it's 8:30. At 10 o'clock my time, so 90 minutes from now, I'll do the drawing, and we'll figure out who wins. It's going to be a U.S. thing only. Please don't be upset with me. but we're going to do $10 instead of 20. $10 a ticket. You don't need to buy just one. You can buy more than one if you want, but you'll get a shirt, tube of terror, a spoon, and a bottle of hot sauce, and everything will be signed. Hang on, I'm not sure if everything will be signed because the spoon will be signed, or the tube will be signed, and the sauce will be signed. But that's it. But that's what you'll get. We'll do $10. All right, this is it. $10, you guys. I don't want like 4 people to do this and like. So let's see if you guys, if you're into this, you're gonna get something good out of it. So we'll do $10 each. Throw up the Streamlab. There it is right now. We'll open it up right now. We'll pick it in 90 minutes. Okay. Let me see here. All right. Shirt sizes, we don't have anything smaller than a large. I'm sorry. So we have large, extra large, and 2X. That's it. But the 2X is huge. I usually wear like an XL. This is a large and it fits me. So the shirts run kind of big. So a 2X is very, very big. The reason I can't sign everything is I'm living in Reno and all the products are in our factory in North Carolina. The tubes and the spoon, the tubes and the sauce are already signed. The shirt's not, and the spoon case is not. So those are the only ones that won't. Travis Haney, thank you. If you guys are going to donate, don't donate through Super Chat, please. Donate through the Streamlabs. And please look in the thread here. You'll see the link for Streamlabs. There it is. Thank you so much, Sean. You are awesome. Yeah, we've got cases of sauce. But listen, we've been doing, we got the raffle. I'm not giving away. We're doing a raffle for it. The case of sauce is $20. All right, there we go. Half. Don't attain. He's a sauce maker and he wants in. Come on, you guys. Love it. $10 will get you one of everything from the Chase to Eat store, the Johnny Scoville store. Eat something. All right. Okay, hang on just a minute. Junior, could you do me a favor? The people who are putting the names in that thing, will you do that? Awesome, thank you. I don't remember what your Curtis, what your movie quotes were. All right. I can't lose 50 pounds in 90 minutes. What is that? $42 one chip challenge. A man ate 32. You must defeat him. I don't know. Area 51. Lewis is fast on the edge. You're out of control. Top Gun. Cooking with propane. I'm not sure which one that is. Okay, people, I'm going to take a bathroom break. All right, I'm sorry. I got to do this real quick. I'm going to leave the screen on. I'll be right back, you guys. Hang tight. I'll see you guys shortly.
feel like getting in the chair, homie. I'm sorry. I am keeping track of donations though, so if y'all want that, I got you. I'll keep track of it. And if your name is fun, that's a pretty sweet package, you feel me? That's a sauce, shirt. Whew. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a chicken because I'm not getting in the chair. I don't think I've talked or said much on the channel in a while, to be honest. It's definitely been a while. You want to smile? I'll give you a smile later. How about that? In 2 hours. I got you.
Oh. All right, people. How do you donate? Sorry. The way you can donate, if you scroll up above you, you're going to see Streamlabs. Streamlabs, there's a link that will be put up there by Sean or one of the Jeremy. So anyway, one of the guys, one of the mods or Bree. What you do is you click on that link and you can donate through there. All right, we can hear you very well, so talk to us. It was Junior.
They wanted me to send the chair.
It's Captain Kirk's too. All right, thank you, Junior. There's that link. So if you want to make a donation or you want to buy, a raffle ticket, that's how to do it. You think you could sit here for 2 minutes? Let me go run and get some aspirin or something. Could you? Do you mind? Because I got a headache that's coming on and it's killing me. Do you mind?
I'll send the chair.
Awesome. You guys, Junior's going to sit with you for a few minutes. I'm going to run to the store and get some aspirin. I'm getting a headache, and it's a long, long night with a headache, so I need to get something. Guys, what's the best for a headache? Tell me. Oh, it has some Panadol. I don't know where it is. All right, I'm going to go, guys. I'm going to go get some aspirin or something. I'll be back in just a minute. I'm sorry. I got a terrible headache.
Just 1 second. Whoa! I appreciate the donation for there's a message from my father. I'll have him read it when he gets back. For those who need to. Happy birthday again, brother. You're awesome. I love everything you stand for. Looking forward to meeting you someday. So I'll have him read that whenever he gets back. Thank you so much for the donation. That means a lot. Send me free stuff. There's nothing I can send. Just because I don't have anything. No, I don't go to school. Area 51. I don't go to school anymore. I graduated already, so once I got out of high school, I just came. I don't know. I stopped doing school. I don't know what to tell you. I was looking at Dad though. Man's got a headache. His eyes are a little bloodshot because he's been up all night. Let me get that hat. Nah, man, listen, hold on. This hat actually has meaning to me. I kayaked the Pecos River, and I did it with a family friend of mine named Kyler, and he was a super cool dude, and he gave me this hat, and I wear it all the time. I think I've worn it since last summer. It's crazy. Huh? I'm sorry, bro. Sacred hat. Yeah, I'm trying to grow mine. I'm trying to grow mine to. I'll show you how long it is now. Yeah, right now it kind of, if it's wet, it goes underneath like it can wrap under my nose. But I'm wanting to get it like a little bit longer so I could just chill with the hats. Bro, no. Nah, Droppy's cool. Droppy's cool. I know he's just pulling my leg. I mean, regardless, I'm not giving you the hat, so I apologize, but yeah, no, you're chilling, bro. What's going on, Saucy Shane? Welcome back. Presenting. No, I'm just kidding.
So I took some uh, migraine medicine.
Oh, what's it called?
I don't have a migraine, but I just have a headache.
Someone donated you $100 for your birthday. Says happy birthday again, brother. You're awesome. I love everything you stand for. Looking forward to meeting you someday.
Thank you so much. That's incredible. Wow. Thank you guys so much. So I've got, I don't ever get headaches, and I got one now. So hopefully it'll go away. I took, I don't remember what I took, but I took two pills for migraine. So thank you for doing that. Honestly, it means so much. Um, oh, Matthew, man, I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. All right, you guys. No, it's right. It's not even a drugstore. It's a corner. I live in a small city block, just at the end of the block. Literally takes me 2 minutes to walk there and 2 minutes to walk back. There was nobody in the store, so it was pretty easy. Oh.
You okay?
No, I'm just hurting. All right. I can take it. All right, so what we're working on now is the Chase Eat gift pack. You get a sweatshirt, bottle of sauce, tube of terror, and a spoon. $10 is the raffle for that. The $10 for tickets, and that's what Matthew just did. If you want to lock in there, do it now. We're gonna call that one in 1 hour and 10 minutes. All right. What's up with the popcorn? There's popcorn. You got to go to Blazing Foods. You can get another deal. I think it's on this website. Go check that out. I think it was it 4 for $6, something like that. 4 bags. Grandpa Stu, thanks for being back with us. Volume. Hang on one second, guys. This has got to be turned down. It's irritating me. All right. All right, Brian, thank you so much. You guys are great. Um, you know what? I'm sitting in a weird spot. This isn't the ideal way to sit. Anyway, I just don't like headaches. I haven't had a headache in a long, long time. I wish I could stay here, but bedtime for me. Roy, get some rest, buddy. Love you, man. Have a good night. We'll talk to you soon. You know what I'll do? What's the best chili head sauce for flavor, not heat? 5 to 10. I don't rate things on flavor. It's all relative. I mean, I've reviewed 600 different, 700 different bottles of sauce on the channel. So to find one that's, it's really so subjective. You got to find something that you're gonna like. Medium heat sauce, I would go with. You could pick. If you go to like any habanero sauce from any small batch company, is going to be in the heat range that you just described. You want to stay away from ghost pepper or reaper. It's going to be a lot hotter than that. But if you're looking for a 4 out of 10 range or 5 out of 10 range, you're going to look for a habanero or Scotch bonnet. It's going to be the pepper. It's going to give you the heat that you want plus the flavor. Hope that helps. Am I monetized? I can't donate. Yes, of course we're monetized. I've been for a long time. I can't do it, but we'll go to your recent video and watch 25 ads. Thanks so much, Angus. It's time for me to hit the hay, man. Hey, thank you so much, dude. I appreciate you hanging out with us. You're awesome. No one cared who I was until I put on the mask. What movie is that from? Thank you, Brandon. See you around, dude. It's the same face I make when I drink a bitter beer. Boy, yeah. That cap quiver, it just kind of gets you. Jamaican Naga carrot sauce. No, I've not. Sounds yummy, though. I was thinking ghost or hotter. If you're looking at the 5 out of 10 range, a lot of some ghost peppers will be in that range, but a lot of them are going to be hotter than that. Excedrin. That's what I took. Recently, last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, I've done a whole bunch of Jamaican sauces. Some very interesting ones. I think I still have one more. Maybe not. Yeah, I do. Aunt May's Bahan pepper sauce. I think this is Jamaican. Maybe it's Barbados. It's an island. Got that island feel to it. Yeah, this is Barbados. Sorry. Oh. All right, Johnny, for us in the chat room, to get a sauce that is like a 1 for Hilo isn't the norm for us, so that's a tough question. But I have one member by your suggestion for most. That's what they said. They said that because it has caffeine in it, it gets to your head quicker. It happens. I never get headaches. I think I got like 2 migraines my whole life. Once I was walking to the registrar. I was about to be a senior in college. And I was walking to the registrar to pay the money for the tuition. I got a migraine. I knew it was a migraine. I've never felt anything like it. Way worse than this. This is just a bad headache. But I had a migraine. I almost got sick on the front, like on the green. I just took I was like, I'm not supposed to be in school. So I don't get headaches too often. This one's a drag. Never had spicy milk. I don't like milk. I'm not much of a milk fan. I don't drink milk. I don't like, killing the bird. I never really understood that. I kind of like the burn, so I don't really want to kill it. You know what it is? I need a massage or something. My neck. Oh, oh, that's what it is. It's knots from sitting the way I was sitting. Hey, Junior. So Ziggy, she's talking to you. To me, something like Hellfire Pure Hell is a 5 out of 10. Pure Hell for me is probably a 3 out of 10, 2 out of 10 maybe. It's a hot sauce, but you know, I have one rating. It does. I don't have one for sauce, one for tinctures, one for peppers. I have one rating, and it's pain. You know, that's what it is. It's when you eat something hot, your mouth is hurt. When they say on a scale of 1 to 10, what are they really asking you? How much does it hurt? So I can kind of take that. Why am I moving to Australia? That's why I'm moving to Australia. That's Bree Reck. That's the girl I'm in love with. So that's why I'm moving to Australia. You asked, I told you. I don't know if you guys have ever seen her before. That's her. Breathtaking, actually. So that's why. I love America. I really do. Wouldn't have this tattoo on my arm if I didn't. I love my country. You need to sleep, Johnny. I love her more, though. So. It's all right. I got, in a few minutes, this medicine is going to start working and I'm going to be okay. Which barbecue sauce are you referring to? You talking about the one from Hurtberry Farm show? It's really, really good. Catfish. A silly thing to say. No, yeah, she really is. She's one of a kind. It's a fact. So, yeah, that's a great sauce. You ought to get that. I mean, it's Q is a really great hot sauce. Q is a sauce from Rising Smoke Sauce Works. Great barbecue sauce. I forgot about that the other day. But this Prytanium is bad. A really, really great hot sauce. I've had Moruga scorpions that were hotter than Reaper. I mean, when they're that hot, you can remember them. The third hottest pepper I ever ate in my life was a Reaper. Was a scorpion. The hottest pepper I ever ate in my life was not a Reaper, and the second hottest pepper I ever ate in my life was not a Reaper. It's just the truth. Um, yeah, Bree does great at reviews. Honestly, it's the truth. Her kids get involved. They're wonderful. Mia is like a little professional. You watch her, you think she's done 50,000 videos. She's amazing. Um, yep, that's going to be fun. For sure. Oh. It's going to be fun, and everybody's going to, the kids are going to get involved. Everybody's going to get involved, so it'll be neat. And the great thing about it, when there's kids on, we have different people from all kinds of varying levels of heat, so it'll make those those reviews a lot more fun. Um, yeah, everything that Hellfire makes is a winner, and everything that Burns and McCoy makes is a winner. Everything that um, Hurtberry Farm is a winner. Everything that Heiko makes is a winner. Everything. I mean, it's the truth. They're great sauces. You're going to get better sauces from small batch sauce makers than you're ever going to buy in a store. It's just the way it is. I don't know if there'll be a chili contest in Clinton, Ohio. I'm not quite sure. Ohio was the first place I ever went for the channel, ever. It's kind of cool. It was fun. Had a good time there. You guys, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, my son does a great Aussie accent. He does actually. I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna pick up aspects of it. I don't, I'm already saying certain things like her. She's sort of saying things like me. It's kind of a funny thing. I know it's a pretty good deal. I'm pretty happy about it. Now I think I recognize Brie from Cat Crew and full of hot sauce. Maybe someone else. Somewhere else. Uh, Thank you so much, Joseph. You're awesome. Very cool. I appreciate you. My kids. Yeah, it's really an important thing. I think that's why this has always been a family friendly thing. That's why Bree's channel is family friendly. What Bree does. They're the future. The kids are the future of the chili world. You know what I mean? If you don't get kids involved, when we all get sick eating peppers, or we get older and you stop eating peppers like you used to, what's going to happen? You have to pass the torch to the younger kids, the chili nippers, the little chili pods. They're the most important ones. So when she does videos with her daughters, it's just the most amazing thing. And you know, it's funny. It's a beautiful thing. The family that burns together, it's a good thing. Um, Joe Hannigan, happy birthday. Everybody, Joe Hannigan, it is his birthday today. That is exciting. I hope you have a spectacular birthday. He called me right after last night, right after midnight. So I'm returning the favor. Everybody say happy birthday to Joe. He's a good guy. Which YouTube video with peppers or extracts would you say was the hottest for you? I don't know. Probably the plutonium videos were the worst. Yeah, that's the most violent of all the burns, I think. That's probably it. Um, you will. You will. The great thing is David Foy, my partner, really open with him. He knows where my heart is. We have a job to do. We've got a lot of stuff to do in a short period of time. We both have some very serious plans that we're going to go do. So it's a good thing, you know. So everybody's on the same page, which is a really good thing. Yeah, I hope you have an awesome birthday. I hope it's a spectacular one today. Oh, my eyes are hurting, you guys. What a drag. You know what it is? It's the tension in my neck. It's unbelievable right now. Brandon Bond. Thank you so much. Appreciate it a lot. Oh. What's your favorite for ice cream? Gosh, I don't know. There's so many. I mean, there's a lot. I can think of a dozen. I probably have a dozen in this room right now. There's a lot of great ones. I had a bottle of sauce. Where did it go? I don't know. Rob Dunn from Australian Extreme Chili Condiments has an amazing sauce he just created. Sweet cheeks. I don't know why I was looking for it. I could just remember it. Sweet cheeks. Rob Dunn made that. That's a great sauce on ice cream. Um, Lemon drop from Hotheads Official would be great on ice cream. Um, Pineapple. Here's the truth of it. It's up to you. I know people like I use fruit-based sauces on hot sauce on ice cream. Fruit-based, like blueberry, mango, that kind of stuff. Pineapple. I know people that put like just a red sauce on ice cream. like Pure Evil, Pure Hell, not Pure Evil, Pure Hell, or Fear This from Hellfire. They'll put that on ice cream. I like more of a fruit-based sauce on my ice cream. That's kind of how I do it. Joe, you're awesome. There are so many good sauces for ice cream. I like a sauce for like a lot of. You don't want a sauce for ice cream to be a one-trick pony. Many sauces that you have that you'll use on ice cream. If you can also use it really nicely on cheesecake or pancakes or waffles. Like blueberry hell from Hellfire is great on waffles or pancakes. It's really really good. So Matthew, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Nicholas. You're awesome. Am I a pistachio man? Yeah, I'm a big pistachio fan. So I gotta do another shower video, you guys, because I only did the one for this company here. The other company still is waiting for their video. Isn't that weird? And I call my mom, Mom, I know you don't watch my videos, but make sure you don't watch the video today. Acetic acid. Yeah, acetic acid in sauces. It's kind of like a misspeak. David would be better. Hang on a second, I'll tell you. Um, all right, here's what acetic acid does. It's systematically named ethanoic acid. It's a colorless liquid organic compound with a chemical formula, blah, blah, blah. When diluted, it's sometimes called glycic acetic acid. Vinegar is no less than 4% acetic acid by volume, making acetic acid the main component of vinegar apart from water. So essentially, it's the stringent, really strong part of vinegar when you take the water out that makes vinegar what it is. That's what it sounds like. Anyhow, the last bottle of sauce that I poured out had acetic acid. It was terrible. My eyeballs hurt. I love blooming onions. They're so good. Yep, it lowers the pH. Also gives it, you know what else it does? It kind of gives it a crisp, like it tends to make your sauces pop a little bit. If it's overdone though, like I had a sauce a month ago in the factory in North Carolina. It was awful. I poured it out. It's terrible. Um, you know, I like nuts. When I like, here's the other thing. If I'm not in the mood for, I don't like anything. I mean, if I'm in the mood to eat something, I'll eat it. But if I'm not in the mood, if I'm not hungry to eat something, and you put fruit in front of me, it doesn't appeal to me at all. I don't know what my deal is. I haven't been hungry in a long time. Most of the time when I eat, I'm forcing myself to eat. Not weird. Like meals lately have just been fuel for my tank. It's kind of weird. Um, I know people that have tried blueberry hell from, excuse me, Bravado's blueberry. It has a little bit more vinegar in it. And I've had some people that said they don't appreciate that. I kind of like it. Some people don't like vinegar forward sauces. Some people do. It's kind of a personal thing. Here's the problem, Nicholas, with this shaver. It does a good job, but it takes more time to shave your head with this than it does to shave it with a razor. And the other thing is this. I didn't say this in the video when I reviewed it because it didn't really occur to me until after. I love shaving my head. I love shaving my head with a razor. I don't know if it's just the blade having a knife. I'm not sure what it is. But I find it relaxing. I'm into the whole thing. The brush. I mean, I'm into shaving my head. And I find the other thing that's weird is I find this almost works better dry than it does wet. When I use it in the shower, I thought it would just give you a better shave if your head was wet because you can use it in or out. I get a better shave when this is dry, I think. I don't know why. Maybe like the liquid creates a film that allows the blade to go over. I'm not sure what it is. The other thing that's troublesome about this is $250. 250, that's a lot of money for a head shaver. And this one here was only like 90. But I think this one is worth the money. I think it was worth the money. This one here, the battery doesn't last nearly as long. It's weird too. I don't know if you can see this. The way this works, do you see how this works? How you push one and the whole thing moves? Look how this one works. Totally different. These one works independently. Each one of these. So they totally have a different way of initial look. You say, they're the same. They're not even close. They're both good though. I think for the money, I'd probably get this one, to be honest with you. They need to get together, and the battery that's in that one needs to be in this one because this battery is not very good in this one. But anyhow, so you know what I do with that? I don't use it in the shower. I'll use that like in the middle of the day if I'm going to go out or do something, and I don't feel like shaving again. I'll just give it a quick once over. It works pretty well. Yeah, it's resin and ferrotoxin, and what it is they say it's, I don't know if it's 16 billion or 18. I think it's 16 billion Scoville heat units, which is just insanely hotter than the regular natural capsaicin. I don't know. I mean, I don't think heat can kill you. So, it's interesting. Once you eat something hot, I said this 10 hours ago, but when you eat something hot, you've never eaten anything hot before, and it goes like, oh my God, it's like you start panicking because you've never experienced anything that hot, and it's appearing to continue to climb. And that's a frightening thing if you've never experienced it before. And that's how people panic, But once you realize that no matter how hot it is, it's not going to kill you. It's going to burn you, but it won't kill you. Then you don't panic when you go into a situation like that. I don't anyway. I mean, and that's how I am. Let's see. How is the Tube of Terror 3.0 doing? We haven't even done the 3.0. The 2.0 is done, and we'll be releasing it shortly. There will be a 3.0, but we got to hurt a bunch of people with the 2.0 first. Then we can go after the 3.0 people. Thank you so much. Oscar Baltz, you're awesome. Appreciate it. We're all going to burn together. You bet. Best chili head verde sauce. Scooby from Birds of McCoy. Great hot sauce. I would do that one. Porterhouse, what a good man you are. Porterhouse, do me a favor. Go to chasetheheat@gmail.com. You've been here all day, before a tooth pulled, after a tooth pulled, and you made your wife a priority. You're a good man. Go to chasetheheat@gmail.com and give me your address. I'm going to send you something. Okay? Please? Porterhouse. Do that. chasetheheat@gmail.com. I'll figure out something to get out to you. But you're a class act. To hang out here all day, you didn't need to. You made your wife a priority over everything. It's good stuff. So thank you. Can you handle sour food or candy? I can handle it. I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, I can handle it. Zombie snot. Zombie snot is a great sauce. Oh, guys, hang on for 1 second. Oh. It's got like a heartbeat. Burns and McCoy, Scooby Arm, Burns and McCoy, great sauce company. The 2.0, the 10.0 Tube of Terror. The great thing is, so many people are under the impression that those pants are 16 million Scoville. They're not. That would be it. We'd be done. Or 13 million. We couldn't really go much higher than that. They're only around 2 or 3. We could realistically, if we wanted to, we could get them to 15 million if we wanted to. I mean, I don't think anybody could eat one. It's hot. Jesse Town back. Don't say sorry. No big deal. I'd love to get one of your braids I could frame for my birthday, dude. You don't want my braid. Seriously, man. Wait a little bit. I'll cut this whole monster off and give you the whole thing. You know, I had a person once on one of the live streams who wanted to buy one of my braids. And all I could think about is I'm going to like a murder scene, dropping some hairs. Hey, we found Johnny Scoville's hair. That's all I need. You know, I don't know. It's kind of a weird thing. I used to have one that was even longer. Driving down what's my favorite music? Listen to AC/DC. One of the greatest bands to listen to when you're driving. AC/DC. It's amazing. Yeah, I've reviewed the flavored jumbo peanuts from 7-Eleven. I was really harsh on that review. I don't know if you guys ever saw that review. I was mean. You know, words matter. Words matter. When you say something is going to be jumbo, have it be jumbo. The taste isn't bad. It's false advertising. I know it sounds like I'm nitpicking, but man, I have a business. If I put false crap on my bottles of sauce or the tubes of terror, I mean, if it says the tubes of terror are going to hot and burn you, trust me, it's going to, right? So I'm a stickler for truth. Man, that's cool. I've never met AC/DC. You want to hear a terrible confession? I'm going to give it to you. I've never seen AC/DC. It's tragic. It's one of the real bummer. Would have liked to have seen them. Oh gosh, right between my shoulder blades. You know, I've only been really, really harsh on a few videos, but the ones I've been harsh on, I've been harsh. Did you guys see the one from Noosa? Did you guys see the Noosa yogurt one? That was a bad one. I jumped all over them. You know the problem with that is? Here's the problem with that. Before I went into that video, I said, I'm not looking for Serrano heat. I don't care. If I can get that much Serrano flavor, I'll be happy. I wasn't looking for Serrano heat. I've gotten to the point. I'm not an idiot at this stage of the game. Nothing mainstream is going to be like they say it is. Period. So I wasn't looking for a hot. It's just crazy. Oh, let's see. Hang on. I'm not sure I like that comment.
Oh.
She's beyond a 10. But thank you. 5'11", Nicole. Used to be 6 foot. A couple car accidents. Lost an inch. Oh, Scooby Arm. It's not called Scooby. It's Scooby Arm. I don't know how they spell it. It's spelled Scooby Arm. EXCUB. How do you spell Scooby Arm? Somebody's got me on here smarter than I am. Burns. Okay, Scooby Arm is spelled. Hey, Junior. Can you lower that a little bit, dude? Thanks, man. I can't find it. Scooby Arm. Hang on. Here we go. Scooby Arm. EXCUBIARUM. Scooby Arm. Called it Scooby for short. Let's see here. So yeah, check that out. It's Scooby Arm. That's one of the hotter green sauces. Really, really delicious. Another great green sauce is Premonition from Primo's Peppers. It's an amazing hot sauce. All right, you guys. All right, you guys. Any more questions? Are we gonna do some more questions here? We need to all hope that my headache starts going away because I can't do 10 more hours with a headache like this. I just can't. It's killing me. So if we get some relief from my headache, we're gonna be good. Yeah, I got this, girl. All right. Thank you. Back, Scoble Squad. Okay, Lawrence. Oh. I like Mexican salsa. You want to see a great Mexican salsa? Alex's hot sauce in Quebec sent me this Mexican salsa. Look at that really cool jar. Pretty cool. No, what it is, Area 51 is from just sitting. You know, from my T5 down, everything is herniated or bulged, all of them. So I got back issues like with a turbo on it. The first time I found out my back was broken, the doctor walked in and he goes, "When did you break your back?" And I said, "I've never broken my back." And he said, "Yeah, you have." He said, "You have the back of an 80-year-old athlete." I said, "Geez, that's unfortunate because I'm 40." So I've had Katie's jerky, crazy hot. It's good. Um, Thank you, Home Slice. From your lips to God's ears. It's a great bottle. You know the problem with that bottle, Joe? The problem with that bottle is Dan Aykroyd. You guys know the Dan Aykroyd problem? Dan Aykroyd is a bully in Canada, Canadian jerk. And he makes a vodka that he sells in a skull bottle. All right? Do you think he's the first person to ever put a product in a skull bottle? No. But he's suing anybody anywhere that puts anything in a skull bottle. And he's being a bully and attacking little guys. I have a problem with that. Almost makes me want to go out and create a product in a skull bottle. He's just a bully, you know? He's not a very nice guy. Here's why I say that. If I can see him saying in a court, "Listen, I sell vodka in a crystal skull." That space, in other words, vodka being sold in a bottle, I should have the rights to be the only ones to do that, since it was my idea. I would give him that. Nobody else should be able to sell vodka in a skull. I get that. But if you want to come after a friend of mine that lives in, Denmark, and go after them because they sell hot sauce, 500 bottles of hot sauce a year, mostly to their friends, and they sell them in a skull. You want to go after them? I want to meet you in an elevator. It's so bad. You don't need to be the bully like that. He's not going to make $1 more because he's stopping somebody from using skulls. It's just crazy. I love you, Grandpa Stu. You're a good dude. Be careful, all right? Have a great day at work. Gringo Bandito is great. That is Dexter Holland from the Offspring. That is his company. Good guy. Good dude. And you know what? He's a legit sauce chili head. It's not a joke. He didn't just private label that and let somebody else make that so he can stick his name on there. He's a sauce head. So that's pretty cool. So I've tried their sauces. They have they're red, they're green, and they're super hot, which is pretty good. Yeah, I don't have much use for bullies. Joe, my dad's doing better. Here's the deal. He's fought a big battle his whole life. He's not a young guy anymore. And he's been an athlete his whole life, so he's broken. But an amazing guy. I'll tell you that. Cast a long shadow, man. What a no pressure trying to walk in those shoes. It's a good dude though. I love him a lot. It's a weird thing. At some point, as a kid, as you're growing over, as a son, I don't know about girls, but as a son, when you're growing, at some point, yeah, through a big chunk of your life, you think your dad's an idiot, and that you know more than he does. And at some point, something will happen, and you'll just realize how smart your old man was. The older I get, the smarter my dad becomes. It's the truth of it. Putting beans in a skull. There you go, Josh. It's not a matter of opening up everything. I've got like knots in the back of my shoulders that are killing me. Really bad. Right between my shoulder blades. Like right in here. Ugh. You know the best advice my dad ever gave me? Really good advice. Never ever make an important decision at nighttime. Just don't do it. Avoid it at all costs. I remember saying the first time he told me, I said, why? He said, because everything looks different in the light of day. Just the best antiseptic on the planet is a little bit of light. So things that in the dark, you trust me on this one. Next time you have a heavy decision to make at night, man, if you can't put it off till morning, put it off. You'll think differently. Everything looks different in the light of day. That's the best advice I ever got. My dad's a trip. He's a good man. He is. I don't know how I combine heat and wisdom, man. I appreciate that. Chili Mama Bird's awesome. She really is. One of a kind. Ugh. Yeah, you know what? I don't think my dad's really considered a stem cell. I'm really good friends with Ryback. And Ryback had stem cell procedure on his back. And went from a guy that could barely walk to a guy who's squatting 350 pounds looking like a savage. So it's expensive as can be. You know what I mean? So that's the issue. Of course, I have an empire to build, and maybe it won't be too expensive down the road. But it's something that I would jump at the chance to do, because I live in pain every day. It's a drag, but it is every day. Sometimes it's not as bad as others, but it's always there. Never leaves me. It's kind of like, you know what it is? It's like every day I start my day, I have a certain number of steps that are pain-free, relatively pain-free. And when those steps are done, every step after that hurts a lot. And I don't know when I get up how many steps I've got in my day. Sometimes if I had a bad day yesterday, today I got really few steps in me. If I had a great day yesterday, I got a little bit more today. And when those steps are done, they're done. And everyone after that is painful. And I've been doing that game for a decade. More than that. It's a drag. Yeah, negativity. The funny thing about negativity, it sucks the life out of the room. You guys saw a little bit of negativity from me tonight. I gotta promise you, a lot of that's from being sleep deprived. But I try to be a nice guy. I really do. It's it's not easy sometimes. You gotta be pretty happy that it took about 4 years before you see me grumpy. Um, I don't know. I'd like to be on the Bell Life. I just don't. I don't. They're busy. I'm busy, and every day it gets busier. I mean, it really, really does, and it's only going to get crazier and crazier. But at some point, I'd like to do something with them. They're fun. Irish Native, thank you. Did Junior ever try to fight me? I went from a kid not liking my dad to trying to fight him after that. Many years later, realized he knew what he was doing. Nah, Junior's not like that. He's a good kid. Give you a shout out. Dragon Boy 33. Boom. Mic drop. What advice do you give Johnny Jr. that you have learned? Here's the problem. All the advice in the world, kids are still going to make their own decisions. My dad did everything right. Everything. My mom and dad did everything right. I can sit down and just give you a list of horrific decisions I made. You can do it right all the time, and it doesn't much matter. All I'm trying to do is I want him to be a good guy. I want him to be honest and respectful. He's those things. So he's got to sort the rest out himself, you know. Everybody's journey is their own journey. And I remember being a kid looking at my dad. You gotta understand that my dad is a legend. I hate the word, but I gotta tell you something. My dad's a legend. I promise you, all over the place, there people are talking about him right now. He's a legend. For real. He's just an amazing guy and he's my hero, but you know, it took a while to see that. When I was younger, I thought I knew everything. I thought I was smarter than him. And the older I get, I swear to you, the smarter my dad gets. And if I could do anything, go back and take back some of those words I've said when you're young and stupid. But I'm learning. You know, here's the deal, Johnny Scoville's super sauce. I, I I don't see us making a barbecue sauce. I like barbecues, but like my favorite thing in the world to do is not barbecue. I just don't think I like it enough that I would be passionate enough to make a sauce out of it. But we got some really good ones. We got some really neat ones coming up, and one of them is you know we wanted to make sauces that everybody can enjoy. Look, we want to make sauces that taste good, but at the same time, at the end of the day, we want to make money. We're a business, you know. The sauces that made the most money aren't the Dave's and Santa. The sauces that are going to blow your face off and melt your head off. They're sauces like Frank's Red Hot, Texas Pete, Louisiana hot sauce, Tabasco. Really user friendly. So most of our sauces are going to be in that range. But I was talking with Dave. I'm like, we probably ought to have one that's insane. You know, one that you need to sign something before you eat it. So we're thinking about coming up with one of those, and because we certainly could do it. So we'll end up something very high, I promise. You and Bree's wedding. Look at that. Should be the shape of a pepper. Oh, wedding cake. I got you. You have to be like a 7-pot primo though. What's my favorite food? I like everything. I really do. Let's see. If I wasn't a YouTube star, what other career would I have gone into? First of all, YouTube star? What are you talking about? Thank you for saying that. I'm not a YouTube star. Sit in front of a computer once in a while. I love what I do. I can't imagine doing anything else at this point. If I didn't have this to do, what would I do? I don't know. I've always been in sales and marketing. I understand the way people think, and I understand how to market to people because of the way they think. So I've been good at that. But I'm using all those things in what we do now. The products that Dave and I roll out, all those things that I've learned and the knowledge I've acquired along the way, we're using that to make things happen. So, what was my trade before? I said sales and marketing. The most recent gig I did, I worked at a dating service. For a long time. Years and years. 18 years. Didn't like it. Here's the funny thing. They had this inside joke in the dating service. Really sort of a funny thing. And the joke is that if you work at a dating service for 10 years or more, 10 years, you get the dating service curse, which means you end up alone. So, blew that out of the water. Shows how much they know. What is one of my favorite things to put the sauce on? Listen, you got Penango. I think one of the best things you can put it on is salmon. Do a broiled salmon and you put that on, you won't believe how good it is. It's incredible. There's not going to be a Scoville Squad sauce. It won't be called the Scoville Squad. We've got a name already selected for it, but it's going to be true to chili heads. I mean, you're going to have to have your tolerance up to handle this sauce. So yeah, we'll don't worry. We'll have one that'll whiten your teeth. I promise. It does not matter what product you put out, Johnny. We will buy it. Oh, it's a nice thing to say. We got a couple really unique ones that we're working on. You know, I almost said something I shouldn't. We've got a couple that are very, very unique, that are sort of revolutionary. If we can get those going, it'll be really neat. Problem is, there's so much to do and so little time to do it. You know, Dave and I together sleep about as much as one normal person does in one night. We sleep 4 hours each. So it's like when he's not, like when we're not in bed, we were working. And here's a problem. Dave and I, we really work well together. I'm a good idea guy. We clicked together. It was very easy from the beginning. It was just I click with him, and we have good chemistry and work. And it's just sort of crazy how right from the beginning it was like that. I mean, seriously, from the very, very start it was like that. And he's really good at what he does, and I'm really good at what I do. It just seems like a good mix. But we sit around and we'll start bouncing ideas off his head. And I'm sitting here talking. I'm like, David, if you knew how many times this happened on the last trip. I'm like, David, I got a great idea. He'd look at me and not like, oh, here we go again. He's like, what? What do you got? And I'd tell him, he's like, that's a great idea. So we came up with these things. We've got like at least I'm thinking of like 7 or 8 things that we're putting together that are like, look, when we told you, look, we're coming out with a cool thing. It's going to be the Tubitera. You know, we delivered a really cool product. The Tubitera 2.0, really cool product. The 6 or 7 things we got in the pipeline that we're working on. Thing is, we'll have a list of things that we're working on, and 2 hours in the day, that list just got 3 things longer because we came up with a couple. He's got a couple good ideas. I got a couple good ideas. You know, so that's why I kind of need to be there. We can get so much more done. I can get enough done in 6 months that would take the average team a year and a half to do. So that's really the big issue with, and you know, the other issue is this. It's a means to an end. The faster I get to North Carolina, the faster I get to Australia, and that's what matters to me right now. So I'm willing to do the work. That's all. I did consider dyeing my goatee. I almost did it. I used to do it like when I do a challenge back in the day. I would put it in 2 forks if it was a bad challenge. If it was a really bad one, 3. When I jumped out of the plane the first time, it was in 4. I don't know if I've outgrown that. I'm just not into doing forked braids anymore. I don't think you'll see that again for a while. Maybe I'll bust it out for a TV show or a documentary or something, but probably not for like a regular video. I'm kind of digging just the single goatee. I mean, I promise you, people stare at me when they see me. I have that look. It's like, I don't know if that, like where I live, there's a lot of street people. There's a lot of people who live on the streets and stuff. And I think I get lumped into that category. The second they see me with a goatee, the bald, the tattoos everywhere, I think they look at me and go, oh, he's going to ask you for money or something. You know, not like that, but it's an interesting thing, you guys. Do you ever go fishing? I love fishing. Haven't gone fishing in a long time, but I absolutely love it. First business my brother and I owned was a fishing service, a charter service. It's kind of a cool thing. Any information on Dark and Bella moving to North Carolina? I believe to work for Ed. I have no idea if they went there to work for Ed. I don't know. If they do, I hope they have a wonderful time with them. They're all good people. I love Dark and Bella a lot. Those are quality people. So she's a little freak. Bella, she's got a very high tolerance. A girl can take some pain. So I love them a lot. I hope they do well. I hope whatever they do, I hope they attack it with vigor. Oh my God, you guys. So anyway, did I dye? I almost dyed it red, white, and blue. The white's in the middle, red here, white here, just red and blue on the outside. So I almost did that, but it's too much work. It's weird. Like I can't wait to take the rubber band out of this thing and undo it. And I mean it. Had I done it over, I probably wouldn't have had it. You know. It is what it is now. My head is pounding. Right at the base of my neck. Ugh. Don't die that beautiful goat, Johnny. All right. They're good people. They have a good family. You know what I mean? You know, we like people like us. Family values matter to her. She loves the chili community. She's honest and fair. Those are all things I like. Does it hurt to keep the rubber bands on it? You mean does it damage the hair? I don't think so. You know what's really weird? This goatee used to be like a Brillo pad. When I tell you that it was coarse, it was like a Brillo pad. I'm not joking you at all. And I got this conditioner. I don't use foofy hair products. I don't have any hair, but I got this conditioner. So I stick it into my goatee and like while I'm showering, shave my head. When I'm done, I rinse this off, and it's so like look at this. It's so you don't understand how coarse this was. Like when I take this out, it's so soft. I mean, that's the only nice thing about it is it's very soft. But I don't know. Ibuprofen doesn't work for me. Aspirin works pretty well. Ibuprofen, like Advil. Advil doesn't work for me. Aspirin usually works well. But I took that Excedrin, and they said that it would work fast because it had my eyeballs are killing me. They said that it had caffeine in it. That would help it go through your system more often. Yeah, I have beard oil too. I have some really cool beard oil. This is one of the things I use. Beard Balm works very nice. Oh, you guys, this is awful. Yes, no relation, Kelly. People ask that a lot. No relation. Are you still eating the shark at the end? I can't even think past the next 10 minutes right now. My head's killing me. So I don't know. I'm sorry. Can I be honest with you? It's like where I am, it's quarter to 10. I'm supposed to go till like 10 more hours. I can tell you that I'm not going to be able to unless my headache goes away because my head is killing me. And it's just the longer, it's like becoming effort to talk. So hopefully it goes away. If it doesn't soon, I'm going to have to put the brakes on this. And if I do, we'll have to start it up a day or so and finish it. But I can't sit here for 10 hours the way I am. I don't want to stop and come back in an hour. You know, it's ridiculous. A hot cloth sounds like it would be an awful idea. A cold cloth sounds like it might be a better idea. I don't know. I've used that powder once, like a powder that they use, and it makes sense to me because it's powder. It's immediately dissolved. It hits you faster. It makes sense to me. Here's the thing. If when I go to bed tonight, guess what? I want to sleep for 4 hours. I don't set my alarm. I don't need to. I wake up in 4 hours. I can't sleep past that. So it's sort of weird. Don't worry about it. We'll be back in the morning. Where I left off. Here we're gonna wait. We're gonna stay there for at least 15 more minutes, and at the top of the hour, I'll do the last drawing to find out who won. And we'll definitely do that. But I'm hurting you guys, and you know what the fun is? These are fun for me. And right now, this is not fun for me because I'm in pain. And I want it to be fun because I like it. I wonder if I'm dehydrated. You know what? I only drank like a couple. Maybe that's dehydration. Let's join together and let them know you can call. Oh, you guys are great. Listen, I know you guys are understanding. I know you are. Here's the thing. I'm not feeling very good. And I really want this to be a good time for everybody, not just me, for you. And I've learned in videos that if I'm having a good time making a video, you typically have a good time watching it. and I never go through the motions, but if it's a lackluster video, it doesn't get the views. If I'm super having fun and I'm loving it, it gets more views. So I want this to be good for you guys, and it's good for you if it's good for me. So I'm having cap withdrawals. It could be. It's not a migraine. I've had a couple in my life, and this is not a migraine. Migraines are you know, the funny thing about migraine, you don't even need to have ever had a migraine. When you're like, holy crap, I got a migraine. You just know it's a migraine. It's like, it's really bad. I think I might be dehydrated. It could be it. You guys, today I didn't drink much at all. I had this giant glass, remember, but I never put more than this much in it. I only did that a couple times. Here's the good news. I still have all the leftover sauces. Still got all the popcorn, a bunch of stuff at David Foy's at our factory. So what I'll do is, here's what we're going to do. I don't want it to be a bummer of a time for you, and I certainly don't want it to be a bummer of a time for me. So we're going to wrap it up in 13 minutes. We'll close out the hour. I'll pick the last raffle winner for the Scoville, one of everything, the T-shirt, the sauce, the spoon, and the tube of terror. So we'll do the last drawing of that. And then what we'll do is we'll come back. I'll announce it tomorrow or the next day. We'll come back and do another 12 hours. And we'll do the rest of it. And we'll get it done that way. Or whatever remaining time is left. And I'm sorry about that. You guys, I know I like doing what I say I'm going to do, but it's kind of bumming me out how much it hurts right now. You know what I mean? Anyhow. Porterhouse, what he meant was, I want you to email me your mailing address. I'd like to send you something. That's what he's referring to. Drink some water and lie down for a bit. The goatee is a trademark. But even if you took that away, you can never remove the Scoville from Johnny. Thank you for saying that. Yeah, let me tell you something. I shaved this off. Nobody would know me. It's weird. Like 10 years younger. Seriously. I've had a lot of fun so far, you guys. I'm sorry that I'm getting a headache. I feel bad. But yeah, Porterhouse. Go to chasetheheat@gmail.com. We're gonna send you something. Thank you. You guys are an amazing crew, though. Seriously, I feel so guilty. I really do. I feel like you know what? I almost feel like I'm failing a challenge. You know what I mean? I don't like that. You guys are amazing, though. You guys are too kind. You're too, Here it is. It's my birthday, and you guys have given me so much. You know what the tragedy is? I'll never be able to give back to you what you guys have given to me. I mean it. I wish I could. I can't even describe to you what this has been like. This whole experience has been like. This is one of those things that happens to other people. Something like this doesn't happen to me. You know what I mean? I was not like, the whole thing is so bizarre, but you guys are what make it that way. You guys are what make this whole experience so good. That's why it's like Joe Williams is a guy who's one of the first people he's the first person who ever said, I'm your biggest fan. It was like 4 days after the first upload. First video ever. I uploaded it. And I got a message on YouTube that said, I'm your biggest fan. You're amazing. Keep it up. I literally remember having to read it 2 or 3 times because it didn't even compute. I'm like, I'm your biggest fan? And that day, it was almost like a paradigm shift. That day, it went from, hey, this is my channel to, wow, this is your channel. I need to be careful with it because I need to treat it right. It deserves the respect. But this is about you guys. It is. I know what sauces are out there. I want to tell you guys what's out there. So this is all for you. If you guys didn't watch these videos, I wouldn't make them. I make them because you guys watch them. But I do this for you. This is your bus, and I think sometimes I've had people say to me, "You really believe that, don't you?" I do. This is your bus. I'm just the clown driving it. That's all. So you guys are just amazing. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll call this an intermission. That's a great idea. Half, you know what? Dig you, dude. We're going to call this an intermission. Boy, I have got a lump. It's like right here, you guys. If you knew how much it hurts right here. But you know, guys, you guys are awesome. Thank you for being understanding. Honestly, when did this start? How many hours have I been watching this? You've been very entertaining. You're wonderful, A-Town. We started this at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time this morning. So we've been going for 15 hours. 7, 8, no, hold on. 13, 14, yeah, almost another 9 minutes. It'll be 15 hours that we've been going live. So um, we'll do it again. I promise. It's just an intermission. Thank you for you guys are so kind. Thank you for taking the time out of your day. You know, many of you, I don't think anybody spent 5 minutes here. All you guys been looking at your names all day long. You know, that's my present. That's my present, you guys. You know what the greatest gift is that you can give somebody? Do you know what it is? Like the greatest thing that I can give Brie is my time. It's the only commodity I can make more money. I can always make more money. I'm good at that. Time. You can't make more of it. So that who you choose to give your time is the most valuable thing in the world. You guys gave me that gift today. Think about that. Man, a lot of things you could have done today, but you gave me your time that you can never get back. Think about that. Thank you for that. It means a lot to me. Honestly. So we got another few minutes, another 7 minutes. Anybody have any last questions you want to ask? Oh, I'll feel better. It's going to go away. It's just so amazing to me. I remember the very first time people, like, I'm amazed that you guys will sit here. You want to hear a funny story? I went to see the Titanic with his mom, my kid's mom. She was trying to rope me into going to this movie for a long time. At the time, I was working the dating service, running an office. I think I was running 2 or 3. Super busy, working like 80 hours a week. I get 1 day off a month. I didn't want to spend it watching a movie. Not that I wasn't big into that. I didn't want to spend it in the dark in a movie theater with a bunch of people I don't know. So she convinced me to go, and we were walking into the movie theater, and it was this timepiece. They were like in costume. They were all in costume for the time period. So like, there's a dude with a hat, looking like a guy that come on aboard. He's like saying that like it's a Titanic, like he's ringing a bell and stuff. And I'm walking in there. I'm like, so he's sitting there saying, "Come on for your 3-hour and 50-minute excursion." I looked at her. I said, "What? What did he just say?" She said, "3 hours." I said, "The boat sinks. It sinks, It's a wrap. We can get it done in 5 minutes. What do you need to be in there for 3 hours and 50 minutes for? The boat sinks." And I went and I watched the movie and I enjoyed it. It was a good movie. But I remember being heated about having to spend 3 hours and 50 cents with my focus on one thing. You guys have sat here for 15 hours. That's unbelievable to me. It really is. And there are so many of you that know what number you were. That's insane to me. I need to figure out a way to give back to you what you've given to me. That's what I got to figure out. And if I can figure out a way to do that, I'll feel good about myself, be able to put my head on my pillow. Maybe then I'll sleep more than 4 hours a night. But I wish I could do that for you guys. Yeah, do me a favor. Sean, block Jimmy Testickler. Block him for good. 3 or 4 times we've had to block him, erase his. Just get rid of it. Thank you. Got the best mods on the planet. For real. No one bought the recliner. Porterhouse. Wife Gina says, "Happy birthday, Johnny." How cool is that? Hey, Gina, I'm really sorry we stole Porterhouse for so long. Really. But you want to know something? He went and got his tooth pulled, came back, and at one point he says, "I got to stop. I got to go see my wifey." Earned a lot of respect for me in that moment. So thank you. Thank you for letting us have him. Appreciate that. Thank you for saying that, KTB. Appreciate it. Thank you guys. You're a lot. You're all amazing. Same thing with like the Titanic. Same thing with like what was the movie? Apollo 13. Remember Apollo 13? Same thing. Hang on a minute. Boy, this is upsetting me. Hang on. All right, Apollo 13, same deal. I don't care if it's an hour-long movie. I know what happens. But do you realize if you can somehow, man, if you can somehow make a movie where everybody knows the outcome before they buy the ticket, but they still show up to buy and they still like it, you've made a movie. That's Titanic. For real. Guys, my head is pounding. We're going to wrap this thing up. I can't do this much longer. Let's do this now. Let's wrap it up right now. I love all you guys a lot. Junior.
So,
Here, hang on a second. Do you have the... hang on a second.
what do you need from me?
Do you have the... thing?
Oh, the name. I got you. You're on this one.
You know what? Is there a way that we can somehow input the names automatically without having to manually input them?
There probably is.
Because if you could do that, it would change the game
I'll
completely.
have to figure out how to do it.
Okay.
Okay. Is Travis here?
Travis. Do we have a Travis? Travis Haney.
Haney.
Travis, you still here, dude? I feel my head's going to pop off my shoulders. Wow. Wow. I want to make you feel a knot as soon as we're done. You aren't going to believe what this feels like.
Doesn't seem like Travis is here.
That's all right. We're going to come back on tomorrow. I'm going to make a post of everybody who won. So everybody will, if you're not on Facebook, when we come back on live again in the next day or so, we'll do it. So we're going to wrap this thing up. I love you guys. I'm sorry I'm wrapping this thing up now. Uh-oh, Lawn Dog just donated again. Lawn Dog, I'll send you something. Email me your address. We already closed it out, and that's my fault because I did it 2 minutes early. So Lawn Dog, email me your address, and I'll get something sent out your way right away. I love you. You guys are great. I'm sorry about, ending this. It's just a brief intermission, like a day or two. But I'll come back on and we'll finish this. I love you guys a lot. Honestly, I wish I could give, in this COVID time, we're done hugging each other. But man, if I could elbow all you guys a little chicken wing or a little fist bump, we do it. I love you guys a lot. Thank you for being with me today. You're an amazing crew of people. I love you a lot. I'm Johnny Scoville.